look like to you, Matt?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm looking at this, to be honest.
I don't even know what the hell it is. I just know it looks like a sex toy of some sort.
It is. You are correct. It is a male vibrating stroker toy.
Okay.
And we have this.
Do you use it
we
with?
have this out on the podcast. Why?
Do you?
Because I just got it the other day. I haven't even used it.
Wow, you use it right now. Let's
Pretty
see.
cool
Let's
looking.
see. Test it out.
Yeah, demonstration. Let's see it.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
I'm afraid he actually will do it.
I'm a
I don't
little
wanna see
scared
this.
as well.
Yeah, there's a risk. There's a risk of that. Is
I
it?
don't know. I just thought it.
Do you use oil with that, or any kind of lube?
Nah, Skin, you raw
Yes, canola oil.
Nah, Chris, you fucking raw dog it, obviously. Fucking no, you spray a little olive oil on that bitch.
Just
A little bit of
olive oil.
pan. A
Spritz.
little bit of pan.
If I don't have olive oil, will Italian vinaigrette work?
Ooh.
It's the next best thing.
Or some balsamic vinaigrette.
Mm.
Anyways, no, I just got it and I was charging and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
So cool.
It's an
We can start the show with this.
Okay.
interesting object. I can't imagine trying to use that. It looks weird.
Look at it, like pulsate.
Yeah, it's a weird shape.
I mean, it's got to go around the fladangle, so that's the way
Is it
it's the
small
shape
enough?
it is.
The fladangle.
You have to add a little
That's
attachment.
the technical term
Too
for
big.
it.
Yeah, I got to put on one of those. The fuck are they called? They're like a sleeve that make the dick girthier.
It's called a condom.
A dick sleeve.
No. It's
One of the
literally
ones,
a
one of those
sleeve
things you
that
put on
makes-
your finger, your little pinky finger at the restaurant, right? That when you have a cut on it, that's what you need.
those little sanitary Band-Aid covers. Yeah, that's all I need.
All right, Chris. So you got ahead of yourself before we started. Would you like to re-ask that question?
Anyways,
So, what were your thoughts on that game? Like, all bullshit aside.
all bullshit aside, AJ Green can go fucking die.
I knew he was going to say something about AJ Green.
Not to mention that like 4 games Kyler missed because he's a little tiny dude.
I mean, he was legitimately injured.
But he was balling.
man.
Kyler was balling out today.
AJ Green is
Real.
like legitimately 35 years old. It's not his fault
I know.
you fucking
So
signed
he's
him.
old and washed
It's not
up.
his fault you signed him.
I know it's not. I know.
Talk to your
but
GM.
He still
Talk to
should
Steve Kime.
go
How much does he cost?
crawl on a hill and die.
Not
Who
that-
knows?
not
Who
that
cares?
much.
I don't care. It was way too much. It could have been $1.50 per game, $3.50 a game, and I would have been pissed.
Tree fitting.
$3.50 a game, and I still would have been pissed because he's worthless. Dude can't play in clutch situations. He's only good for wide open downfield, middle of the field passes.
Oh, that's all.
Anything else? And
What
Yep,
were his
that's all.
stats?
I'll take that.
tonight.
I'll take that.
I don't know. He took 3. He got 3 touchdowns. I think it was like 50.
Damn, how many did you score this year?
Not enough because I don't get paid to play in the NFL.
Oh, well, he does, and he
So,
scored touchdowns.
you know.
So,
Just not
oh
enough.
well.
Not enough for what the fuck we're paying him.
How many
I bet he would've
interceptions did
wanted
Kyler
to
throw
score
this
more.
year?
Who knows?
Like
I didn't
15.
look up Kyler's stat lines. I only looked up AJ Green's because
I'm curious how many.
there's about 3 or 4 games that fall on his shoulders. Green Bay especially falls on his shoulders. All that dude had to do was turn around to the right, and he would have had a fucking touchdown. We win the game.
Well, maybe call an easier play.
Maybe he should have checked his batteries before he played the next round, the next play.
His batteries.
His
Yeah, his
batteries.
controller disconnected for sure. Then he rage quit.
Hey,
For the rest of the season.
don't throw it to a guy that's only played for the Bengals and doesn't understand big spots.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, and that motherfucker, his profile picture is still of the goddamn Bengals.
Ooh.
Piece of shit. Fuck you. Why would we even have you then? He's not committed. Fuck off.
Oh, he's not committed.
Eat shit and die.
Not
He's
committed.
just picking up a check. Is that what you're saying?
Can we talk about how hilarious
Hold on.
it is,
Can we
though,
talk
that
about
they
who's
lost to the
not?
Jags today?
Can we talk about who's not committed? When like 2 weeks ago you were like, "I'm going to pick another fucking team. This is bullshit."
I am going to pick another team. Next year, I'm going to get a dartboard and just fucking blind it. Throw it.
You're gonna pick the goddamn Rams. That's
Who's
where
not?
that's gonna land
There's
either
no
on the Hawks or
fucking
on the
way I
Rams.
would ever pick a California team in any sport.
You could join the Shithawks
The whole state
or the
of
Rainy
California
City
can
Bitch
shit die.
Pigeons. You can join us. and weep with us.
I don't even like Disneyland that much.
Never been.
But he goes to San Diego for vacation.
Yeah, to take Miles for her birthday. It was for her enjoyment, not mine.
Uh-huh.
He's here. It's like, I'm having a good time, but I'm gonna be grumpy about it.
Uh-huh.
I fucking hate being in California. I did, actually. I fucking hated being there because traffic was ungodly. Gas was about $5 a gallon.
Sounds like
Who
California.
the fuck lives there for fun?
Everyone that lives there?
Oh, they're dumbasses.
Yeah.
I was
sure some
born
people
in
are-
California. I have the right to talk shit about California.
I mean, okay.
I only lived there a year.
I was
And,
born.
like-
I was
lived
only there for like
3
3
years total of
days,
my
so
life.
I have enough experience to defend it. It was really wet when I was there. It probably rains all the time. It's crazy. It rained 100% of the time I was there.
No, next year I'm just gonna fucking roulette it.
He
I don't
says
care.
as
Pick
he's
somebody.
wearing his Cardinals hat.
I mean, yeah, I'm wearing my.
How many times
Cardinals hat.
did
Keep
that
in
thing
mind,
touch
his
the
team
floor
is in the
today?
playoffs. Like, you clinched
Actually,
it.
none.
Oh, okay.
No.
You just didn't win the division.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that's why. That's why it didn't fucking hit the floors because I want the division, but we still made the playoffs. But I know we're a one and done, so who cares?
But what if you're not?
Then fucking cool. It's a miracle, and the world will be ending this year. Comes fucking if they by some goddamn miracle they make it to the Super Bowl, that's when North Korea will decide to end it all.
Fucking Nostradamus over here predicting the end.
Before the end of the game,
Kim Jong-un's watching the
He's
fucking
going to send all those
Cardinals
nope,
like-
nope, Arizona can't win. Nope, fuck it.
No, those motherfuckers better not go to the Super Bowl.
Goddamn
Better fucking
Cardinals.
not.
Fuck
He's on the phone with fucking Roger Goodell. You better fucking throw this game. You better
No,
throw it. You better
he'll
fucking throw it.
talk to the refs.
If we wind up
The
with
refs
a
have been doing a
fucking-
good enough job this season at
Listen to Kim
throwing
Jong-un
games.
like, oh yeah, let's fuck the Seahawks this game.
If we wind up with a fucking New England Tampa Bay game, I swear to God, it'll be just as bad as a Georgia Alabama college football playoff game. It'll
How?
be just as bad.
How? How would that be just as bad?
Because how was that not manufactured? You cannot look me in the eye and tell me that it was not manufactured.
Well, I can't, but I
To a
can
certain
already
extent
tell
it
you
was.
that it is a 0% chance of that happening.
Do you not know that?
I
He's
do
not
know.
confident about New England's future based on their
They made the
performance
playoffs,
tonight.
though, didn't they?
Yeah, when you finish 1-3 and only beat the Jags on the way into it. Yeah.
That's when you finish 1-5 and you only beat the Cowboys on your way in.
I didn't say you guys weren't going one and done.
No, I'm defending my case, saying that we're going one and done.
Nobody was arguing that case at all. No one was arguing.
Exactly, because everybody expects them to shit the bed and lose.
You're having an argument with yourself right now.
I know, and I got over it. I was done being mad about
Chris,
it.
I like your
Just bringing
Hawks
it back up.
Snuggie that you got.
Thanks, I like it too.
Is it a Snuggie or a Tuggie?
Yeah, no, it is.
It's
like a-
probably
it's like a
makes losing
blanket
a lot,
hoodie.
a lot more comfortable.
Look at this goddamn
I need to
thing.
get one of those.
And then it's also reversible. Like,
Those things are like $80
You know what, Chris?
on the fucking pro shop.
I just want to say I'm disappointed in you guys because if you would have had more of a decent season, the NFC West could have run the playoffs.
oh, I know.
Who cares?
But, like,
Who
we
fucking,
had to
why are
throw-
you guys so proud of your shitty division? No one else cares.
The shitty
I fucking
division
hate
is the
the
best
Jets.
division in football.
I hate the Bills and I hate the Miami Dolphins. Why would I want any of them
If
to
you
make the
watch-
playoffs? I don't.
If you
We're
watch
the
one
best
divisional
division in
game,
football.
You guys are so
Without
west.
game?
This is so West Coast. I hope my division, all my teams make the playoffs.
No, I don't want them all to win. It just would have been cool to see the entire NFC West.
So
go to the playoffs.
cool to watch the teams I hate make the playoffs.
sort of cool to watch them lose in the playoffs.
You know what's better
And it's
than
cool to
that?
say, hey.
Watching them not fucking make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's how Niners fans are feeling about the Seahawks right now.
Yeah.
Ah,
You think they were like,
That's how
damn,
the rest
it's
of the
too
NFC West is
bad.
feeling about the Seahawks.
it's okay. I mean, it's the first time it's happened in 9 years, so we can get used to this. It's all right once in a while.
I know, dude. I'm so glad to finally be back in the playoffs, dude. We had the drought was insane.
The one season drought.
The drought. Oh god, dude, I
Oh,
couldn't
you
stand
missed
it
it.
anymore. It was terrible. I was about to jump ship and pick the Cardinals or something, you know.
I haven't been on the fucking
Oh, I bet
playoffs
you were.
since 2015.
Hey, you're there, buddy. We're there together now.
You're there.
Finally.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome to the winner's circle.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Like I got a participation trophy.
At this point, yeah.
Fair enough.
Just wait till it goes to 8 teams and half the league gets in.
Just wait till you...
Oh my god, I know.
Is it doing that?
At some point. You really think they're going to keep everything
I was gonna say.
odd-numbered? Like 17 games and 7 teams get in the playoffs? Hell no.
There's no way they're not gonna fix that.
It's already bullshit
Fair
that
enough.
only one team gets a bye.
Fair.
Yeah, if they bump it up to an 18 weeks or what, it'll be a 19-week season with the bye.
19 weeks with 18 games. If they do that, they need to do 2 buys. They need to, dude.
Yeah, you'd have to have 2 buys with that because there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would result in better football anyway. People would be healthier.
Yeah,
it'd be more
because
competitive.
We had a 17-week system or a 16-week.
Yeah, our bye wasn't until week 13.
We didn't have a bye until like week 9 or 10, something like that, which is still relatively mid-season, but still, that's like a long time, especially for a 17-week season.
It is. That is a long time.
So
It's all right.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think Jake and I are,
Oh,
either
no.
one of us are very confident in next week's results.
I'm hoping to see...
I just got a text from my dad. He hadn't watched the game yet. He just texted me right now. Well, it'll be a short fucking playoff run. They suck ass. Quote unquote, my dad. So there you go.
11,
You wanna
win
know where
11
I get my
games.
anger
Win
from?
11 games. They fucking suck!
God damn them!
Best season they've had in 6 years. Fuck this team!
Yep, fuck them. Fuck them for cock teasing me and edging me for that.
How dare they? How dare they win games? They should have just lost all
Orgasm
of them.
spoiled.
Should have just lost them all. I know.
It's really
For someone
sad.
that's used to
I'm
it, he
not
does
looking for
sound
a
very
fucking-
spoiled.
I'm not looking for a fucking perfect season. I'm looking to not shit the bed at the halfway point of the season.
But it's a tradition.
What's
That I want to fucking break.
what's the difference on the record if you win all your games at the beginning and lose them versus losing them at the beginning and winning them all at the end? It's still the same.
Momentum?
That doesn't matter. It
Momentum.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It does. You don't think it does, but it does.
It doesn't.
Yeah, team morale does matter to a
Well,
certain
team
extent.
morale matters, yeah. We've lost games in
and that
December and still won the
coincides
Super
with
Bowl. It
momentum.
doesn't matter.
I agree with Jake.
Momentum and team morale coincide with each other heavily.
You
You hit a 4-game skid. Your team's pissed. Nobody wants to play. I mean,
mean like the
people wanna
Dolphins who
play,
lost
but they're
7 in a row and then they won 7 in a row?
Good for the fucking Dolphins. We
Well,
won
that
7 in a row.
illustrates
and then shit
the point.
bed.
It illustrates the point. Once it gets momentum, they're like, "Oh fuck, we got this."
Yeah,
We
and
can-
then
we're not
with
cursed.
their playoff lives on the line, they shit the bed. After all that momentum.
Same thing happened to the Colts.
It's a tradition.
That's hilarious, by the
Yeah,
way.
momentum, right?
Absolutely
Momentum
hilarious.
matters.
Absolutely. It does. It plays
matters
a factor.
until it doesn't.
doesn't determine, but it plays
Yeah.
a factor for sure.
Well, everything plays a factor. The fucking trash bag blowing across the field plays a factor.
I know. I probably shouldn't have shit at 8:54 this morning. Probably should have waited till 9:23.
Yeah, it's your fault. Sarah didn't wear
You
her
should have
red
named
shirt.
your
Sarah
shit
Sarah didn't wear
after
a red
Russell
shirt until
Wilson.
after the game started, so that's what fucked us, to be honest. So you know.
I didn't start drinking beer until 10 o'clock.
Wow,
You know?
that's so terrible.
Should have waited. I should have waited.
Wow.
Anyway,
Welcome to the Nerdy
Yeah.
as Hell podcast.
go ahead. No, you got it. Go ahead. You got it.
Welcome to the Nerdy as Hell podcast. Welcome back to, what is this, season 2, episode 2? Is that what we're calling
Season 2, episode 2. We'll see how long.
Yeah,
season
that
2
sounds
lasts.
about right.
Yeah.
Maybe next episode will be season 3. Who knows?
Who knows? What fucking...
It will be what it will
with
be.
the wind.
Or maybe we'll
I'll
be
tell you-
perpetually.
I'll tell you what
season
season will be over next week.
Mine.
The Cardinals
My
season.
season.
The Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals season will be over.
There you go. There's the intro. You want to read it? There it is.
No, I don't want
I can't read
I'm
it.
just going off the cuff.
It looks like I have astigmatism because of your
It doesn't look like it. I
lens.
mean,
No,
don't
like
anyway,
the
look
worst
at you
thing out of
anyway.
focus. I do, but that's how I can
Welcome.
recognize it.
To the Nerdy as Hell
All
podcast.
right, let's see if you can do this. What are we talking about today, buddy?
Today we actually have a slew of things we're gonna try and touch bases on. We're gonna talk about Witcher season 2 on Netflix, I believe. Chris, if you finished it,
Oh yeah, yep, I have.
cool. We're gonna hit base on. We're gonna dive deeper. I know we talked about it a lot last week, but we're gonna dive deeper into our feelings about Spider-Man: No Way Home. And there was one other topic I cannot remember for the life of me. I would look up the text.
Fries.
That's cheating. So, oh yeah, we're gonna. So the battle of the battle of the fries. We're gonna start laying out some ground rules and picking locations of where we want to start judging our fries and how we're gonna do this. So, pretty eventful and fully packed episode coming your way, and I'm pretty sure we're done talking about sports right now.
Yeah, until
cold
we're
open
until
was-
we're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, our cold open was pretty sports heavy, so
we'll spare you.
We'll back off of that for a little bit.
Does anybody have any funny stories from this past week? Anybody got anything?
Not a
to tell? 'Cause
funny
I do
story.
have one. Oh, anybody have any stories? Doesn't have to be funny.
Yes. it's not
Preferably,
funny.
I would, funny would be better,
But
but
it's-
if not, that's fine.
Sorry to disappoint, but this is just a wild thing that
I'm so
happened
disappointed in
at
you.
work. Yep.
Just like I am about the
So
Cardinals.
there's this girl who I won't name at my job.
Becky,
Who, Becky.
she got a big ass.
No, she got grabbed outside. Like she was leaving work during close, going to her car, and like this dude pulled up in his van with like 3 other dudes, and he came out and he was like, "Hey, I need directions to Food Lion. I don't know how to get there." And he had the address and stuff in his phone on Google, like from him looking it up. But she was so concerned about like offending him that she literally like tried to assist him, and he started grabbing her and trying to pull her into his van. And the other guys got out of the van too. And she ran and went into her car and locked it. Anyway, there was like a police report, and now she's got like mace and like a taser and shit. And now, I already was the designated closer for the most part. But anytime I have a shift, I'm definitely guaranteed to close now because I have to walk her to her car to make sure she's safe.
Wow.
Yep.
Shit.
That's terrible.
Yep. And we don't have cameras in
terrible
the
for
back,
her.
so we couldn't identify. Like, all she said was she knew it was like a white SUV, but like it happened so fast, and she was so freaked out. They're definitely they went,
There's no CCTV from any of the other like nearby buildings?
no,
Wow.
That's
None
crazy because
that
there's like a
apparently could
million
identify.
buildings right there.
but none that apparently could identify. Because not one. There's
Like
not one
a
on
pizza
Ruby Tuesday,
place
there's
and a
not one
fucking
at
Sweet
Domino's.
Frog and shit right there.
Nope.
Oh my god, I forgot about Sweet Frog. Oh, I could go for some Sweet Frog.
No,
I hate Froyo.
I'll take
But anyway,
real
that
ice
happened.
cream anytime.
Same.
Real ice cream's too heavy.
Frozen yogurt's really not even healthy at all, so there's no point in having frozen yogurt.
I didn't say anything about
Isn't it
the-
like
I'm talking about
50%
people.
plastic?
I know. That's the whole thing, right? It's healthier than ice cream.
Yeah, not when you put 3 pounds of toppings on top of it like I do.
Thank you.
He puts like 17
But
gummy
also-
worms and a pack of M&Ms in there.
For me, frozen yogurt is, I don't know if this makes sense, it's lighter to eat than ice cream. Like it doesn't sit as heavy in my gut
Okay.
as ice
It's
cream
because
does.
it's not dairy.
Yeah, so I think that's why I enjoy frozen
Yeah, it
yogurt
is.
more. Anyways,
Yogurt?
it is dairy,
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's Greek.
Okay.
but it's like a lighter dairy.
It's Greek.
than just straight up ice cream.
Okay.
It's not full of fat. I like ice cream.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it has less fat.
But anyways, that's really scary. I hope she's okay.
She is. She kind of. I don't think that it's really set in how serious it was for her because she kind of talks about it like
joking off about
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I'm like-
that's a pretty big deal.
I was just telling her like, don't worry about people's feelings. Your safety is more important than anyone's feelings. So
Oh, absolutely. Like she should.
like,
be
if a
able
man
to feel-
approaches you at night and it's like 11 p.m. and you don't know who he is, and touches you at all, then that's
All bets
100%.
are off there.
yeah, exactly. It's like you know that that's not okay.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Well, I hope she's okay. I hope she
I
is
think
able
she's
to
okay.
recover physically.
There was a
and
police
mentally.
report and all kinds of shit done.
All right, in other news.
Yep.
That was a little darker than I anticipated.
Yeah, we started joking about her. Like, did she have a fat ass? And then you tell us the whole story.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Now I feel like a piece
Yeah, I
of
know.
oh.
You can just edit that out. Edit that out.
No, it won't happen. So there's a story. I don't think I told it, and I forgot to tell it. I'm pretty sure. It happened a few weeks ago at work, or maybe a couple months ago. But I was working, and I decided, as I do, I have to take my daily or my shiftly every shift. I had to take a shit, So as I do,
Get
I
paid to
take
shit,
at least
man.
4 per
yeah,
shift.
at least one big shit every day. So
I take at
go
least
into the
4 per
bathroom.
shift.
All right. Well, we're talking
And
about
don't you
me.
work 12?
We're talking about
For
me.
20 minutes apiece.
We're talking about me.
So every 3 hours he takes a shit.
Talking about me.
Exactly.
So I go into the stall, and it's my stall of choice, which at my store just happens to be the middle one because it's the one I can hide the most in. No one looks in the middle one, right?
Nobody wants the middle one.
Exactly. So I go in the middle one because, one, you can't see my shoes under, and if you're an employee, I mean, like, I can recognize people in the bathroom by their shoes, right?
So can I.
Exactly. So I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, that's disgusting. I'm sitting next to him, and he's fucking, he's destroying the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, God. So I go in the middle one because it's harder to see my shoes because I'm not in the first one and I'm not in the last one, which is the handicap stall. So I go in the middle one.
You got to go out of your way to find out what shoes are in that middle stall.
Like, how dare you judge a man for shitting in public?
Fuck you. Shut up. Exactly. Look, if you're going to sit down and go like in the public bathroom while you're taking a shit, I'm judging you. I'm sorry.
You're in a public bathroom.
I'm sorry. Look,
I'm
silent in my own bathroom at home.
Yeah, there's no need for
I'm
power
less
grunting.
than silent in public. So, sorry.
You're non-existent.
Yes, I don't exist.
He shits like a ghost whisper.
Yes, exactly.
He puts sound dampeners on the stall when he takes his
It's
shit.
true.
So it's like, boom.
He catches his shit and then lowers it into the water so it doesn't splash.
All right. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see this, but Chris emoted like he was holding a baby. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Like the doctor when the baby comes out, like, oh. Yeah, there's no umbilical cord when you shit, so it's okay. You can just fall.
I mean, you could argue that the whole thing is the umbilical cord and you got to cut it off.
All right. Anyway.
You gotta pinch that loaf.
Yeah, I don't need scissors for that. But anyway, so it was a few months ago, and I'm not kidding. I don't have the picture on me. I'd have to scroll through my messenger because I sent it to some of my iRacing buddies. But I go in there and I open the middle stall, and there is sitting on the toilet paper dispenser a pack of razor blades. There is a razor blade on the floor and blood on the floor.
What the fuck?
So somebody obviously self-harmed?
Yes, and left it in there.
What the fuck?
And blood dripping from that into the sink.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yes.
That's upsetting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's dark,
unfortunately, I didn't have enough time that I could hold it and go tell someone, so I had to shit right there. With the blood and the razor blade and the razor blades, yes, sitting in the stall. So you report it,
and they have to come in there and smell your shit.
Yeah. As soon as I got done washing my hands, I was walking out, and I was like, "Hey, there's some stuff in here. You should definitely see."
Damn it!
So I pointed it in.
They probably looked at you like, "Are you telling me to go look at your shit?"
Yeah, no. I said, "Hey, there's some blood in the bathroom." And then I walked in there with him and I was like, yeah, there's also some razor blades in the fucking stall. Christ. Like a pack of like the ones you would put in a box cutter razor blades.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So how much blood was it, if I may ask?
Drops of blood.
Like rapid drops? Like
multiple, like tick, 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 yeah. But they were dry. So they'd been there for like 40 minutes or so.
So you probably weren't the first one to even see it.
No,
so somebody else probably went in there, took a piss, and was like, "Not my problem," and walked out.
Yeah,
Like, I have a similar story. This happened like maybe a week or two ago. I was taking one of my bathroom breaks, my pre-scheduled bathroom breaks, and I go in there and I'm waiting for the stall, it doesn't even fucking matter. And this dude goes in ahead of me, and the next thing I know, he just starts talking. He's like, "Hey, anybody out there have a lighter?"
What?
He's sitting in the fucking stall in the bathroom, like, indoors. I'm like, all right, what the fuck do you need a lighter for? And the dude that had left that stall looked at me and gave me like that, what the fuck kind of side eye. And I was like, I don't know. And then he made the motion like, is he smoking in there? And I was like, I don't know. And then I made the motion of holding a spoon and a lighter.
That's what I was thinking.
It. Me too. So as soon as that happened, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have to shit that bad. I walked out and just left.
Yeah.
God
unfortunately, I could not be like, oh, nope.
Did you just find a different bathroom, or did you just have to hold it indefinitely?
I just went back half an hour later.
So with that short kind of story, there was no resolution to that. They came and cleaned it up, and that was it. So, do you guys have any what is the strangest thing that you've ever seen at work that was never resolved? Or even if it was, what is the strangest thing that you've ever seen at work? Like that. Just give me one or two here. Because we're already at we're at 20 minutes probably, because we started, I think, at 10 minutes, so it's fine.
When I worked at Captain George's, there were so many fun things I got to experience. I think the best thing I ever got to do at Captain George's was literally scrub shit off the carpet from a person who couldn't make it to the restroom. And I had to physically, with a broom, scrub shit off of the restaurant carpet floor.
That's disgusting.
It was my favorite. It's not something that would never get resolved because obviously I had to clean it. So
did you see the picture of when I sent you? Because we went in September for Sarah's birthday. Did you see the picture? They took the river and everything out.
Oh yeah. They did that before one of the last times I went there. I honestly think it was when I went to your house for your birthday when we played Jackbox and all that. Long time ago, remember?
My house in
I just moved.
Waynesboro?
In Waynesboro? Yeah.
You went to Williamsburg after that, which is 3 hours away?
I drove through Williamsburg.
Not to get to Waynesboro.
Where were you living then? You remember it was right, I mean, obviously it was right after St. Patrick's Day.
Maybe it's when you lived in Mechanicsville or wherever.
No, no.
I remember that's where you and Sarah showed me.
I think we met you for my birthday lunch, and I was just with Sarah, and you still worked there.
No. I went to your house and stayed the weekend for your birthday one time.
Yeah, that was in Waynesboro, yes. But you were living in Maryland at that point.
Yep, and I drove through Williamsburg.
If you did, that would be a 7-hour drive.
It was.
Why the fuck did you drive through Williamsburg?
I don't know. That's just where.
I don't think you remember that correctly.
That's crazy. If you did go through Williamsburg,
Chris and I lived together in Waynesboro.
Yeah. If you went through Williamsburg to get to Waynesboro, you went way out of your way to do it.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Oh well. When I went there that time, there was no river there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Fair.
Anyways.
Matt, when you worked at Ruby Tuesday, was there a line cook that worked there that was albino? His name was Q?
Yes.
Remember him?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a work story that never really got resolved. That happened regularly. Q was a line cook.
Happened regularly?
Yeah.
When I worked there?
It's a shit story. Yeah. It's a shit story.
Okay.
So I used to always have a section, because I was a closer, I would always have a section that just happened to be near the bathroom. And Q, during a shift, he would always work doubles. So during his break, he'd go and take a shit. And his shits were so fucking disgusting and horrible. You could smell them outside in my section, strongly. He just took a shit on the floor. And they were particularly awful smelling. I don't know if you know what it smells like when someone's lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Eats lactose and it makes them sick. But it was one of those really sour, disgusting.
I was going to say any
smells.
kind of bodily function.
None of these stories had to be about shit. Mine just happened to have shit in the story, but it really didn't have anything to do with the story.
I don't care. Your story reminded me of my story.
God damn it.
Anyway, I remember I had 3 tables in there, and they literally moved to another section.
This is a real shitty first 30 minutes of this episode.
We got off to a shitty start.
Welcome to the Shitty as Hell podcast.
Yeah.
This is a shit show.
I just remember I had to steal someone else's section because my tables took her shit, her tables, and I just wasn't going to give them up because I already had bills.
Stay unapologetically shitty.
That's right.
Have you seen people
if you are shitting in public, don't forget to courtesy flush. That's it.
Does that really help? What does that do? You're
It-
already sitting
it just
on
makes
top
sure-
of the shit. It's
And
in
just
the,
make
it's
sure
in the
all
water.
your floaties go away.
It makes. Let's say you're having a really pungent, terrible shit and it stinks. More shit sitting in the bowl is just going to keep making the room smell like shit. Flush it.
But then a rush of air is going to make it smell more.
Flushing your feet.
It won't ferment as long if you don't
Ferment?
sit on top of it.
Yes.
It's there for maybe,
Ferment.
minutes? It's not like it's there for days.
For hours.
It's gonna ferment.
Ferment. Oh my fucking god.
Ferment might not be the right word.
All right, we.
It festers. Is that a better word, Matt?
Oh my god. Cheyenne, you better be glad you missed this episode.
Oh,
we miss
she
you,
would have
Cheyenne.
been so pissed.
She's just gonna hear this. She's gonna hear us talking about
Who knows,
defecation
maybe.
for 20 minutes.
We're at 35 minutes.
Even better.
All right, let's get to our main topic.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. All right, well, since you're the forcible host, go for it. Oh.
I feel like we've waited long enough. Let's start with talking about Spider-Man: No Way Home. And full disclosure, if you haven't seen this movie yet,
Too bad.
that's on you. That's on
This
you,
is some
dude.
spoiler territory.
The cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, it literally has taken the world of pop culture by storm.
Just skip ahead like 15 or 20 minutes and
Oh, it'll be more than that.
maybe we'll be done. Maybe by
Yeah.
then. Maybe 30
Yeah,
minutes.
so just
Or don't.
this
Or just go
is
see the
your
movie.
One and only.
Stop the episode now and go
spoiler
see the
warning.
movie.
Yeah, this is your one and only spoiler warning. And sorry, it's almost been a month since that movie came out. So let's just open it up with like what initial feelings, thoughts.
Yeah, I'll start. Loved it. It was
Yeah.
great.
It was really nice. I
It's in my top 3 superhero movies, maybe even movies ever.
Wow, that's actually a pretty big claim from you. I didn't expect you to enjoy it that much, honestly. Like, I didn't expect you to be able to rank it that high.
Oh, it's that good. It might just
It
be
was fun.
nostalgia for certain reasons.
I was going to say there's
because
But it's nostalgia
there's a
done well.
huge nostalgia aspect.
Yeah, like
it
we already spoiled it last episode, so yeah, all the Spider-Man are back, and I literally grew up on the first 3 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
yeah.
Me too.
So
Same.
I watched them all the fucking time, many times, probably every week or every other week, or so I would be at my mom's like every other weekend, and all we like we didn't have Xbox Live, so we would just watch movies all the time, and I watched Spider-Man 2 like probably millions of times. So
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. The amount of nostalgia was just right. The fact that they didn't join the movie until literally the third act was the best decision they could have made. Because if they had been in there the whole movie, I feel like it would have lost some of its appeal, and pretty quickly. Just going off of my own personal feelings, having them in there for like the last 15, 20 minutes of the movie makes me want to have more, but glad that I only got that little bit. It makes it that much more special.
You had it just enough not to get sick of it.
Exactly. So,
no, it was
kudos.
executed perfectly.
Yeah, kudos to the production team and everybody who decided, you know what? No, let's just do it for like the last 15, 20 minutes of the movie, and really only for the climax.
That was enough.
It was nice because it was a surprise. It really, you thought you knew what you were getting, and then it surprises you with, oh shit, look at all the other
Yeah, because
Spider-Man.
I bet you at that point, most people were probably like, they're not in this movie. They're not in this fucking movie.
Some people must have been.
Some of your average people, your average Marvel fan, not somebody who's like us and delves into every single frame of a trailer.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Brazilian cut of the last trailer spoiled it for sure, with the lizard being kicked like
invisibly.
Yeah,
by something invisible. He was getting like the shit.
Yeah, he was getting
hit, and yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I only found out about that because I go through YouTube and all kinds of people, and they break down literally every frame of every trailer. Like, oh, what does this mean? Does this possibly mean this? And here's how
you must be loving all the Batman stuff then.
You know what? I haven't seen the most recent Batman trailer with more of Selena Kyle.
Okay, don't then.
Ooh.
And
Don't,
her actress.
don't. It gives
Okay,
hints. Yeah, it gives hints towards possible twists or plot points.
Okay,
Don't
cool.
want-
I'll tell Allie.
I'll avoid-
watch it then.
When did that movie come out?
March 4th.
March. Yep.
Fuck yes.
And we have fucking Multiverse of Madness coming out soon too.
Yeah, I thought that was bullshit, by the way. I want to say the worst part about this movie was the fact that there was just a trailer at the end of the credits.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
There
fucking
really wasn't like a
stupid.
build up. There wasn't like a build up scene, a hype scene.
It was a trailer. It was just a trailer.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, back to Spider-Man. Let's go ahead and try and list off like what were some scenes, or just basically what were like a few things that really hit home for you, or like
I liked.
Were like just really notable.
I really liked when they were talking about their defining moment, and everyone's going around like they said this happened, and then I took it and I acted this way, and it caused a spiral of events, and it was a recurring theme. And then you see this other Spider-Man just beating the shit out of the Green Goblin.
They really
later.
Took the aspect of Peter Parker as a tragic hero,
And they did it well.
and they ran with it, because that's what he is. He's a tragic. He's supposed. I mean, Stan
he's
Lee
supposed to be the most.
created-
I mean, he is. I'm not going to say he's
He is
supposed.
the
He
most
is the most relatable superhero of all time, and
Dude
that's why
behind
he's.
on rent. His love life is trash. Like
That's why he is
he
the most
can't keep up with
popular
his job in
superhero.
school.
So
But it's
Yeah.
usually like happy-go-lucky in spite of it.
yes,
He's trying to like... He wants...
So it. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying he wants to be happy, he wants to be accepted, he wants... Like, everything that we want.
And he wants to be Spider-Man. He wants to do what Spider-Man should and could and would do. You know.
can
He
I?
wants to fulfill both ends.
That's
He
it.
wants to
My
burn both-
favorite. My favorite thing about this movie was the lessons that Tom Holland Spider-Man Spider-Man learned from the other two Spider-Man without it being too on the nose.
preachy.
Yes, but it was that's what we do. That quote,
That's just who we are.
that's what we do. It's what we do. That was so it was so good.
It was so defining. 'Cause
Yes.
It literally,
Yes.
it literally is. That is what Spider-Man does. He sacrifices everything that he loves near and dear to him to be Spider-Man and to keep his loved ones safe.
Yeah. And I love like just the little bit of info we get about their lives after their trilogy, or well, the original trilogy and Amazing
And then
Spider-Man
the
2. Yeah, like so Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, he was talking about how he stopped pulling his punches, and you can basically just assume that he killed all his villains.
Yeah, I was starting to kill people.
Mhm.
Just no holds bar. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yes, and I love that what this movie does is it not only is perfect for Tom Holland's Spider-Man arc because it gives him a sense of what Spider-Man is supposed to be. And this was basically this was his origin trilogy.
Damn it! You took that from me. I was waiting for you to finish so I could start talking
Because
about that.
he didn't really yes, Tony Stark was his mentor, but he was more of like at arm's length. Like Tony was always stiff arming him, and you're a kid, you stay there. I got this, right? Whereas they were like, we're gonna do this together, and we're gonna make you a better Spider-Man because of our experience.
You're absolutely right. I never thought about that, but you are 100% right.
Okay, so I'm going to expand on what you're saying, Matt, because yes, I 150% agree. This was a Spider-Man origin trilogy. For a lot of people, they had a big problem with Homecoming and No Way Home because he was referred to by both in universe within the movies, and within our real world of critics and reviewers and stuff like that. He was regarded as Tony Stark Jr., Iron Man Jr., because Tony Stark found him. He gave him his tech suit, the Stark suit that he has in Civil War,
and he had no real struggle.
Homecoming.
We never heard about Uncle Ben. We never did. It was just like, I got these fucking powers, and now I'm Spider-Man. Yeah.
Did an Uncle Ben even exist in this universe?
Exactly.
Because
the way they handled that was perfection, by the way.
Yep, the way they handled the whole Aunt May situation that brings up the question. I don't think there was an Uncle Ben. Ever.
Yeah, this is. Can I want to get one point across real quick before I forget, and before we get into Witcher later, because this has something to do. I'm going to draw a parallel right now. So, what I love about this Spider-Man and the things that they did in terms of changing things and making this Spider-Man completely unique. He never had an Uncle Ben. Aunt May is his Uncle Ben. And they leaned in to all the changes that they've made. Like, MJ is not Mary Jane. That's Michelle Jones Watson.
She's Michelle Jones. Yeah.
All of these things. Like, and there's no... the Osborns do not exist in his universe.
At least not that we know of yet.
No, because, well, Harry is definitely at this point not going to be his best friend.
Yeah, it is Ned. You're right.
And I mean, and Norman came to that world and said he doesn't exist. Like he said, he had, my son's not
he
here.
Went to look for his
There's
son.
no
My son's
Osborns
not here.
yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So, when people, hold on. When my biggest, the thing that I like the most about this is that not only did they lean in and show you how adaptations can be different than source material and still be good, but this is the only thing that I've ever seen that's been different like this, where people are like, because anytime you deviate from source material, people, especially on the internet, are like, it's fucking garbage, it's not exactly the fucking same, which, hint, we're gonna get into in a little bit.
Sorry if you can hear, I'm sorry to interrupt you, if you can hear that.
I can't. At this point, I don't think anybody gives a fuck.
I think the kids are getting a bath.
And like I'm sometimes I don't need it to be the same. Like you could say like I'm a hypocrite because I talk about Venom, right? That's not Venom. Well, I just don't think those movies are fucking good. If they were good, I wouldn't care. If that was that Venom, which we do need to talk about that at the end, by the way.
I agree. No, what you're saying is right. Especially, so it really hit for me that kind of epiphany that you're talking about right now, that this is different. This is not Peter Parker got bit by a Spider-Man, Uncle Ben died, great power comes great responsibility, now you're Spider-Man. This is not your Sam Raimi Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
They subverted so many expectations over a 3-movie arc. And it was done, and they did it seamlessly perfectly.
Without even planning it, because there's no way.
Don't even
because this was not planned this way. Because I've already read reports that they tried at first. The villains were only going to be in the post-credit scene of this movie. And
really?
Yes. And Kevin Feige was like, "We need them in the movie. We need them in the movie." And I've also read reports they tried to get the two actresses that played Mary Jane in
Kirsten Dunst and Emma Watson.
Yeah, her name is
Emma Stone.
I was also thinking Emma Watson, knowing that wasn't the right thing. Yes, they tried to get them, but they couldn't. So that
real quick to interject here, I have heard rumors that Sony is in talks with Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone.
I was going to talk about that. Let's keep talking about this, and then we'll get into speculation for after the movie.
Yes, speculations. Chris, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've kind of
Chris, you talk. I have to piss really bad. You guys talk. I'm sorry.
Go for it. We'll wax poetic for a minute.
Yeah.
Chris, you go ahead. Tell us your feelings and your thoughts.
I'm not that knowledgeable about Spider-Man, so like I don't have that much to contribute. I mostly just sit here and listen.
That's the beauty. I was gonna say that's the beauty of Spider-Man, though. You know the basic story. Mm-hmm. He's a nerdy kid. He gets bit by a spider, and Uncle Ben dies, and then he becomes Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and that's what we're saying, is that yes, that is what happened, but it happened in such a way throughout the course of 3 movies where you're like, did it happen this way, or is it different? And that was the epiphany I came to. We've been talking spoilers this entire time, but big time spoiler here when Goblin kills Aunt May,
right? Because
you're like, okay, so this is not your Uncle Ben dies Peter Parker. This is different. If you didn't see the solid line of where the differences are, here is your completely obvious solid line that this is a different kind of Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's like the big red flag.
Mm-hmm. And to go off of what I was saying earlier is that, like, he was Tom Holland Spider-Man. For a lot of people, everyone was like, oh, dude, he's just Iron Man Jr. He's got everything handed to him. He's part of the Avengers. He's got the Iron Spider suit. He can go to Stark Industry. He's got Edith. Like, he's fucking OP Spider-Man. This dude has no challenges, no trials, nothing. Everything was handed to him. And I think that's the best thing that No Way Home did for this Peter Parker, for Tom Holland's Peter Parker, was they made him, dude, you ain't got shit. Literally at the end of the movie, he had to hand stitch his own suit again.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. It really has me wanting another one. Like, I want to see what happens next. I want to know what's...
It makes me want, okay, cool. Let's see this Earth with Spider-Man that nobody knows who the fuck he is.
And I'd love to see...
Tom Holland... Go ahead.
Moving forward, I'd love to see another Spider-Man movie. Like, what are they going to do now that they know that there are other Spider-Men? Are there going to be challenges where they're going to be like, hey, bring them in. Bring them all in. We need every Spider-Man.
Yeah, is it going to be hey, we need more Spider-Man. Doctor Strange, we need your help. I need Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Is it going to be not a trope, but like an ace in the hole kind of play?
Or is he going to steal it and try to do it himself?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they've got his best friend, whatever his name is. I forget his name.
Ned?
Yeah. Like, you already know he can use the magic. So what if he can...
Does he remember after the end of the movie? Does he remember he can use the sling ring?
No, but maybe his... maybe Tom Holland remembers.
His magic is... Maybe. And his magic is still there. I mean, just because he forgot who Peter Parker was doesn't mean his magic left.
Yeah, he's still him. So maybe they could try to steal it from Doctor Strange and do it themselves, and maybe that's how they could get more Spider-Man in. I don't fucking know. It's just a wild theory.
So moving away kind of from like story beats and plot beats, what were some of your like favorite or disliked, I guess it could go either way, scenes or lines or moments in the movie?
Well, I thought at times the movie was pretty campy, but it didn't do it in a distasteful way. It did it in a way that's like, it made everybody in my theater be like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
and like stand up, and I had to literally stand up
if you could think of
so I could see
that did it. Like, if you could pick one thing
that
made that happen, like, what was it for you?
Oh, when they were fucking web slinging on each other's web on that scaffolding of the building during that big fight.
I mean, that scene right there is the no, Luke, I am your father of this generation. I'm just going to throw it out there. That is that scene. It's the equivalent. It is that important of cinema.
Okay. Please.
It did feel pretty epic.
I mean, not that scene, but go for it. I would say maybe them portaling in, but
I
think were a little campy too.
Slinging off each other's webs and then landing in their poses. That's like.
Well, that was a little too cheesy for me. I don't like stuff like that when it's on the nose like that. Like, I get it. I see them. Oh, no. They're all on the screen at the same time. I don't need a screenshot.
I do. I want a screenshot. I want all the screenshots.
They land in their pose like.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I guess.
My favorite part about, I guess you could say the whole movie, was a lot of the dialogue and how willing they were to accept like relevant pop culture. I mean, you had Norman Osborn saying, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Oh yeah,
yes.
That I lost my shit when that happened.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
And then the multiple times when they had all three of the Spider-Men pointing at each other, like when they were talking, like there was at least 2 times where that happened. You're Peter 1, I'm Peter 2, who's Peter 3? Like all that stuff. Like there was a lot of awareness of modern meme culture and humor.
Yeah, it made it fun though.
I was gonna say that was subtly added into it to make it like, I get what you're saying. Except for the Norman Osborn line, that was just dead on the nose, and that was pure like nostalgia.
Well, the thing about that is
just
like
pandering.
Older people or people that don't know that that's a meme, it won't be like, why did he say that?
it would be lost on them. But for
but I'm saying, but
the
it doesn't
younger
stick out like you're like, I feel like I'm missing something here.
I saw on TikTok there was a trend of like people clapping and losing their mind when Matt Murdock showed up on screen, and me not watching Daredevil and just being like, oh.
Yeah, but I don't understand why he was even in the fucking movie. He was in one scene. That was the only thing that disappointed me. After the second time I watched the movie and it got back to that scene again, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This fuck was in the movie. Chris, do you even... Hold on. Chris, do you even know who that is?
I remember the scene where people clapped and I was confused, but I had no idea why.
The lawyer?
Period. Yeah, I had no idea why.
Yeah, that's Daredevil.
Right. I only know it because of Jake talking about it last week.
So here's
I had
the
no
thing.
idea.
Here's why that is for you. I understand, because I'm not saying this insultingly. You're not buried in Marvel like I am.
Right.
And probably like how Cheyenne is.
Right.
Because I've watched every Marvel show that's been dropped.
I haven't watched
on
any
Netflix
of the old ones on Netflix.
and on Disney Plus.
Damn. The dick's commitment.
Did you watch Hawkeye?
Nope.
Here's the thing. The last episode of Hawkeye, which, do you mind if I spoil a little something?
I do a little bit, but...
Okay, don't know then.
Okay.
Is it a...
Never mind.
Okay.
It's a character being introduced. But, like...
Is it a character that already exists?
It's a very prominent character. No, it's a very prominent character in both Daredevil and Spider-Man's stories.
Kingpin.
I
already saw that on Twitter, actually, so...
Okay, so, yes. So, the last episode of Hawkeye, and then the release of fucking No Way Home, were meant to complement each other, because the last episode, I think, came out either the day before or the day of No Way Home. So you're stuck in, you're watching Hawkeye, you're like, yes.
Yeah, as you do.
Right.
I'm just saying, you're in the show, you're watching it, you're enjoying it. And Hawkeye was a great show. Excuse you. I loved Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye's my second favorite behind Loki, because Loki was just great.
I mean, I'll watch it. I just had no interest going in because I didn't really care about Hawkeye. But
this show makes you care about Hawkeye. I can say that wholeheartedly.
Well,
it makes you care about Hawkeye.
Like in the way that WandaVision made me care about both of those characters.
I mean,
because I didn't care about either one of them.
They're very prominent.
I'm saying I just didn't care about them before because they were really kind of useless up until that point. So I know Wanda's going to be a focal point now, but I'm saying prior to the show, kind of really never was important at all.
It just depends on how much background you know, because the West Coast Avengers are a thing.
Again, I'm talking about in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Up until that point,
yeah, I know. For
she
your
didn't
average
matter at
MCU
all whatsoever.
Watcher, you're right.
You could say, all right, if you want to do that, you could say every character ever introduced matters. I'm just saying, for this story that they're telling at the time, she didn't matter.
You're right. During the time of what was it?
She was in Age of Ultron
up until Endgame.
Yeah,
Age of Ultron up until Endgame.
Even after that, she did nothing. And then she shows up and Thanos literally just trolls her. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I can respect that opinion, because in that aspect.
But and I understand that's
just
what
watching the movies.
I know that's what the point of these shows are, is to make characters you don't care about important. I know that. I get that. But I'm just saying.
That's why
I didn't have interest at first in either one of them.
Although I feel like the Winter Soldier didn't need a show to make people care about him. Everybody loved him.
Well, no, but they needed something other. They needed something a little longer than a movie to get that shield handed down to someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, what I was saying is, the ending episode of Hawkeye and then No Way Home, they coincided. So if you, let's say before you went and watched No Way Home that night, you watched Hawkeye, the last episode, and Kingpin is revealed. And he is going to play a big role in the future. And then you go and watch Spider-Man, and Daredevil's there. They were supposed to coincide with each other. They were two halves of the same coin, basically.
Okay, that's
it was a way for, I guess, for like you, the average viewer who isn't really interested in watching the Marvel shows on Disney Plus, or just doesn't go out of their way to
go and watch the Daredevil show.
Either that, or to just say, hey, Daredevil's coming to people who don't watch Hawkeye, you know? That way you get a teaser for literally the Daredevil part of Marvel coming in. Either way you watch it. That's just what I assumed they did and why they did it the way they did it.
Okay, so it's like 2 teasers for the same thing.
Two routes to the same 1-lane road.
Got it.
But I did personally just out of pure happenstance, like 3 weeks before No Way Home came out, I started watching Netflix Daredevil, and we finished it before the movie. So I was like, "Oh, this is a great show." I'm kind of bummed, like, you know, whatever. And I knew that Kevin Feige was kind of like teasing at the fact that Charlie Cox's Daredevil will be coming back in the MCU, but we just don't know when. But then you see, I think it's literally like the first or second episode of Hawkeye. You get this teaser of Kingpin, and then you're like, "Oh, excuse the fuck out of me." So, you know, it was just, it's good. I appreciate things like that. I appreciate when Marvel goes through those lengths to tease things by not handing it to you directly until literally the last second. And you're able to have fun with it. Like, does that mean it's Kingpin? I don't know. He's wearing a white suit. Is that Kingpin? He's walking around with a cane. It could be Kingpin. And then the last episode, yep, it's fucking Kingpin. Sorry, I kind of stole that.
Yeah, we still talking about
section.
Spider-Man, or
We are. I'm talking about how I appreciated Daredevil getting introduced.
It was relevant.
My favorite parts of the whole movie.
Go for it, Chris. Your favorite part of the movie? Okay, cool. Good point.
Good point. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. I liked a lot of the banter. Like, I thought the Spider-Man were actually funny with the shit that they said, especially when they were going back and the like Doc Ock and everybody were all fucking imprisoned initially before. I don't know. I just thought the movie had moments that were pretty funny.
Was I the only one that was like, wow, really? That's what that suit is? When the black and gold suit was just the red and black one inside out?
Inside out? No, I was too,
Wow.
but I was just kind of like, whatever.
I didn't expect
There was too
that.
much else going on that I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, so the week before, they added those suits to the Insomniac Spider-Man game on PS5. And I swung around
on PS5?
Yeah, only on the new one. Yeah, only on the remaster.
Okay.
So I swung around the city, and I'm like, damn, I'm looking at these suits, and I'm like, wow, interesting. I like the integrated suit a lot, the one with the golden emblem and stuff. Like, I like that suit a lot. And I'm looking at the black and
part of Doc Ock.
What? Yeah, the one that
'cause
he was wearing at the end.
Yeah, because the nanobots fused with Doc Ock, and then he gave him back
Yes.
and gave
Yeah.
part of his whatever to him.
It was the golden emblem from the Iron Spider-Man suit. Then that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I like that suit. Looked really cool. And then I was looking at the black and gold suit, and there's like fucking wires and shit hanging off it and all of it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is the context behind this suit? I can't. What is this?
Am I the only one who doesn't remember how he got the suit dirty in the first place?
Yeah,
Where
some
he
dude
needed to
splashed
inside
the
of it?
green paint on him.
I have no.
There's a
memory
clip
that
of it,
at all.
literally like I believe in Mysterio, or like Long Live Mysterio, or something. He fucking splashed his green paint on him.
I remember that now.
I don't remember it.
I've
Only
seen it
the movie
twice,
once.
so
I know we're gonna go see it again here in about a week or so.
so yeah, that's what happened. But
Real quick, let's.
I was gonna say
go ahead.
my favorite part was just my favorite parts were the everything that had to do with all three Spider-Men together. It just
So the
once
entire
they
last,
came
30 minutes of the
through,
movie.
yeah, once Toby came through the portal, like I had a figurative tear in my eye the whole rest of the movie, and I couldn't wipe the smile off my face.
You know, I saw, and granted, it's a theory, a film theory, but you know that old lady that Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker talks to after he gets slinged into the living room or whatever. this old
In which
lady
movie?
I think it's in No Way Home. Like Peter gets slinged into the room. Tobey Maguire, Peter gets slinged into the room, and he says, "Hi, Mrs. Whoever." He's talking to like
Ned's aunt or grandmother or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like a theory saying that it was like, I don't know how. It doesn't make any sense, so I don't really buy into it. But I think it's interesting to think about.
Am I gonna roll my eyes at this?
You might. It's the little girl that Peter.
Yep, I'm rolling them.
Saves.
I'm rolling them.
In
little girl,
one of the Sam Raimi films.
Little girl.
Little girl. Yeah.
Is a full-grown adult grandmother.
That's 20 years later in a different universe. You don't know.
20 years later.
The little girl is now a grandmother?
I don't know. Anyways. Just wanted to...
And is old and only speaks in Philippines, whatever that language is. Filipino?
It's a different universe.
So
how do they know each other?
She ages like
wouldn't
Solid
really
Snake,
actually
Matt.
be the one that he saved then. Regardless.
Whatever.
She ages like Snake.
Like
From
Snake.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Rapidly. Basically like a dog, but a person.
Yeah, Ned is 18 years old, and she had a child, and I'm pretty sure that was his grandmother. I'm sorry, but that doesn't compute for me.
Whatever, it's fine. It doesn't compute for me either. I said I didn't buy into it. I just thought it was interesting.
Okay, well,
It's
whoever
true. He did
you
say
need
that.
to find whoever came up with that theory, and you need to fucking tell them they're fucking stupid. Because not every fucking thing in the movie needs a goddamn fucking theory. Okay? People write these motherfucking movies. They're not like, let's go real deep with every fucking thing. Every single thing that happens.
Can we talk about Andrew Garfield's glow up?
Yeah, I want to. All right, so everybody shat on him for forever. And then all of a sudden he's in this movie and really good. Just as good as he was in the other two movies. As good.
No,
it's just that this movie wasn't bad, and now all of a sudden everyone's like jacking off for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
You said it. This movie wasn't bad. Those other two movies were,
and
barely
he
mediocre.
Was
at
no
best.
better in this movie than he was in the other ones. He was just.
He
as
just
good.
doesn't have any talent.
No,
What?
those movies.
Is that what you're
the
saying?
movies themselves suck.
No, Chris, I'm saying the movies suck. He has never been bad. He was never.
He was a
bad.
great Spider-Man. He was a great witty banter Spider-Man.
Yeah, I didn't hate him either. I thought you were saying you thought he
witty
sucked.
banter Spider-Man.
No, I'm saying he's just as good
His
in this movie
movies
as he
suck.
was in his.
Yes.
There's no difference. He is steady the whole time.
It's just the plot was dog shit.
It's just now that this movie is really good, so now people are jerking off for him again.
I think it's more of a.
It's because the internet
more of a collective of
the internet and nerd culture is cyclical.
fickle. And Thickle.
Yes, well, you mean fickle with an F?
Did you say
Yeah,
fickle or thickle?
He said thickle with a TH.
Fickle. Oh my god.
Fickle.
No, yes, the internet
I want
Fickle.
fickle on a t-shirt.
Anyway, yeah, Thickle.
Yeah, I like that.
Fickle,
I'm going to put
that's
that
our-
in the t-shirt idea.
It'll be a
Hold on.
thick pickle.
That's our merch.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
thick,
with an
like
ass.
thick,
With a big
like
ass.
I want it.
CCC.
I want it on a
Badass.
hat that says
All right, hold
Thickle.
on. I'm going to put
Yeah.
it in my notes for t-shirts. Go ahead. Continue.
Anyways, no, the internet was fickle about it. He was great as Spider-Man, but his movies were bad, and I think that really marred his performance, like his perception, people's perception of him in those performances.
I think you're right.
So to see him come out as Spider-Man the same way he was in his duology,
Exactly the same.
yeah, exactly the same, like no difference. It was great. It was fantastic. So it made people and you know, again, people form those opinions. I mean, how old are those movies now? Like at
Almost
least
10 years old.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say at least almost 10 years old now. So
My god.
Because the
was-
second one came out, I think, in 2015 or 2016.
No.
yeah, I was.
The first one came out in
17,
2013.
18.
No.
Yeah, I was 17, 18 when those movies came out. So that's 10 years difference for me to grow and look at the movies and be like, okay, the movies sucked, but hey, Andrew Garfield was a great Peter Parker.
Yeah, he was
So,
a different
you know,
one. And see, the funny thing, I love the funny thing. Everyone was like, oh, he's too cool. He's too handsome. And now all of a sudden it's really cool. He's like, oh, yeah, he was great. Because now all of a sudden we've now embraced that it doesn't have to be a fucking carbon copy of comic books. Because this specific Spider-Man movie was really good. Even before that, people were criticizing Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They're like, that's not Mary Jane. That's not. And then now this movie's super good. And now they fucking love it. Yeah.
I think I gave up on, and I don't want to say gave up in the aspect of like, I was like, you know what, whatever, fine. No, I was just like, okay, this is different.
I just don't care about faithful adaptations anymore. I'm beyond caring. That's
what I was telling Chris.
Because they don't translate. It's not like a fucking 17-hour book. You cannot tell a 17-hour fucking story in an hour and a half. I'm fucking sorry. You can't.
Okay, let me just throw this out there. The Stand, when I did it on audiobooks, it was like 30 something hours.
Yeah, you're going to make a 2-hour movie out of that, and people are going to be like, there's so much missing!
Hold on. There has been 2 attempts. I think the first one is like 9 hours. 2 miniseries made.
Yes, miniseries. That's why The Witcher is good as a series. Could you imagine it as a movie?
Oh God, I'd be pissed.
No.
I'd be livid.
You can't
It'd be terrible.
You can't.
But they made 2 attempts at the miniseries, and each of them is at least 10 hours long. At least.
Yeah.
Because every episode's
and of course, everyone still cries like,
they fucked it up bad. They still fucked it up.
Wow.
I mean, because there's a fine line. Do you guys want... All right, let's go through a couple things real quick. And
do you want a carbon copy of what you read and what you know?
Yeah, that's what people want. But if they did get that, it'd be garbage.
Because it's boring.
Because that would be all it is. There'd be no character development. There'd be nothing. It would be plot the whole time. That's it. Main plot. That's it. Yep, that's all it would be.
Let's take this and transition into The Witcher.
Well, no, we're going to give a rating on we got to talk about the end credit scene and stuff.
The mid-credit scene.
Yeah, the mid-credit scene, and then looking forward to what we would like to see and what we've heard. So,
okay.
Go ahead. You take it away first, because I took all your shit that you wanted to say at the beginning. So
mid-credit scene.
I have nothing to contribute right here. So
okay,
proceed.
So mid-credit scene. First of all, you had to have finished
Venom 2.
You've had to have made it through Venom 2. Let there be carnage.
Wait, whoa. Are you saying that because the movie was garbage?
No, I'm saying that because a lot of people didn't like it. I'm saying that to give a prerequisite to people who did not enjoy the movie.
I thought you were coming back around.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, we never released that on the Patreon, and fucking Jake jacked off about it, and Cheyenne and I took a shit all over it.
I didn't jack off about it. I said I enjoyed it for what it was.
You did.
All right, fine. Anyways.
All right,
you had to have watched all of Venom 2 and made it to the mid. It's either mid or post credit scene. I can't remember which one it was.
It doesn't matter. There was only one.
Anyways,
there was only one post credit scene.
So basically, what happens is that Tom Hardy and the symbiote they're hiding. They're in this shitty ass rundown hotel.
They're in Puerto Rico,
and then all of a sudden you see this like dimensional glitch around them, and they're in a really nice hotel on the beach, and it's super fancy and all that. And then on the TV, you get that's really hard. It's
J. Jonah Jameson.
You get Tom Holland's J. Jonah Jameson. Because I was gonna say you get J.K. Simmons J. Jonathan, but
J. Jonah.
You get there's Sam Raimi J. Jonah, and then there's Tom Holland J. Jonah. But whatever, you get him doing his like Alex Jones-esque shit podcast about Spider-Man, and then it's
I love that.
Literally
by the way. I love that he starts off in like a little room, and then it's like a big studio at the end of the movie.
Did you know that Alex Jones literally got like fucking infuriated over that because they knew they were directly ripping off of him?
I don't give a fuck. I don't
fuck
even know
him.
who it is.
I don't either. It makes it honestly 100%
Matt, he's just a yelling
that he got
tool.
so pissed off about it.
That's all he is.
Cool. Anyway, continue.
He's the one that says you're putting all the chemicals in the air and turn the frogs gay. That's him.
Yep.
Okay.
But anyways. So it turns into his whole podcast, and he's talking shit about Spider-Man. It literally picks up right at the end of Far From Home, where he's announcing the identity of Peter Parker.
The identity of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, the identity of Spider-Man. And so you hear the symbiote talking to Tom Hardy, and he's like, millions of years across many universes and dimensions of knowledge that would blow your mind. And that's how we find out that the Sony Venom, Tom Hardy Venom, knows about Peter Parker because the symbiote knows multidimensional knowledge. That's how they know. And the whole spell in the movie was that I want everybody who knew I was Peter Parker, to know that
everyone knew who Peter Parker is to forget. Yes. At first, it was people who knew who Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
Yes. So, and that's why the symbiote and Tom Hardy are able to traverse into the Tom
Yes.
Holland dimension or
Yes.
universe.
Along with some other people that knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
So the
Who the
symbiote
fuck was Gwen
has.
Stacy and Mary Jane?
So
What the fuck
apparently they're saying that the symbiotes have interdimensional knowledge.
So they have
Which-
transdimensional consciousness.
Yep, and they're
Apparently,
a big
yes.
ass hive mind.
Well, that is true. Yes, I knew that, but I think that they totally just made this last interdimensional knowledge up. I'm pretty sure they made that up.
Because here's the thing, I feel like they left the end of No Way Home open to where, okay, Sony and Disney aren't working anymore, or yes, we're going to continue working.
They did.
left
They
it
did
open
sign before the movie came out. They signed another deal, but they didn't
Wait,
know that at the
that's what I'm
time. They
saying.
didn't know that at the time.
Exactly. So they left it open to where like, okay, fuck, we're either going to have to start a new franchise with Spider-Man or we can keep going with Tom Holland. But anyways, so by the end of the movie, Doctor Strange fixes the multiverse, or quote unquote fixes the multiverse, and sends people back where they belong for the time being. And Tom Hardy and the symbiote disappear, but a blob of that symbiote winds up
I
staying
saw
behind.
some people are like, "It's an offspring." Oh, what is it? I'm like, "No, it's not. It's just
It's not. No,
It's
no.
just a piece of venom just got left.
Yeah.
That's all."
It's just a piece of venom. That
But
got
it's going to
left
be able to
behind.
grow and become a full ass thing.
Yes. Yep. And it's going to go find him.
It's going to go
It's
find.
gonna find
It's
him.
going to go
Because
find
Parker-
Tom Holland. Yes. Tom
Because
Holland's
when
Spider-Man.
in the Venom post or credit scene,
He's
Venom
like, this guy.
he licks on
Because
him,
Venom
and
is
he
trying
licks
to
all over
tell
him all over the TV.
Venom is trying to tell Eddie that they need to go and talk to him.
Yeah, so he's like, I need to find him, and he's like, blah,
Yeah,
all
and then
over
he like
TV
licks
when
the
it shows
screen like
Peter
a
Parker.
freak or something. And then you get to the point where it cuts to Eddie. What isn't it? Tom Hardy is talking
Hardy.
to that guy in Puerto Rico, trying to get filled in on like everything that's happened in this world. And he's like, so you're telling me that a fucking purple alien, because that's
Made
how he
people
fucking
disappear
talks.
for 5 years.
Yeah, that's how he talks.
Are we
Um,
going to get a black suit Tom Holland
yes,
movie?
yes,
That's where we're headed, dude.
yes.
Okay.
Because
That's what I understood that glob
at the
to
end
mean.
of this movie, this was an origin story for Spider-Man. So now he is in Manhattan as a young adult in a classic
College
Spider-Man
kid.
suit. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be
it
a college
looks-
kid, yeah, because he had a GED
looks so
books
great
in the
for a-
thing. Yeah, it looks
It
great.
looks so great for a homemade.
What I love,
nothing Spider-Man
well, I mean,
suit.
so did the other two in the other movies. I mean,
I know, but this one's like the blue.
you saw
is
the
like-
emblem, right? The emblem looks
Yeah.
like the old, like Toby's and his mixed. Like it looks like Andrew and Toby's emblems mixed.
The colors were
Yeah,
so
it-
vibrant, though, in that.
It looked, yeah.
That-
well, I mean, that's Spider-Man.
That's why I love it, because it's vibrant.
That's
the
the classic
colors pop.
suit.
They're
That's
not
the
muted.
This is the
Yeah,
most
they're not
classic
muted like they
suit
were.
that they've ever made.
He's like a fucking
Yeah, they were-
parrot, like with his bright, vibrant
The
colors.
blue was like almost glittery.
It was.
Well, it
Reflective.
was also at night and snowing, so. And it was very CG. That almost, I'll be honest, that scene
It's
looked
very CG.
rushed. It was
It did.
very CG.
It looked
His
like it
suit.
was like a last minute. Like we said, they weren't sure if they were going to have the opportunity to make another movie together or not. So
Yeah.
maybe they was like, "Fuck."
So there's
just gotta throw
definitely an
something together
alternate scene. Then there definitely has to be.
Well, they also film these movies so that the actors don't actually know what happens. They filmed Endgame,
Especially
with,
Tom Holland. He's got
well,
a big
yeah,
fucking
well, yeah.
mouth.
They filmed Endgame with multiple main characters snapping to kill themselves.
Really,
They didn't know who actually was going to be in the final cut doing it.
that's
They filmed
smart.
it with Cap and Thor and
that
everybody.
never
They
occurred to
don't-
me.
they- so the actors don't know.
So you can't have the spoilers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because Tom Holland's a big fucking. He's got a big fucking mouth.
He's a blabbermouth.
Oh God, big time.
Hmm.
There are literal compilation videos on YouTube of him doing interviews, and whoever he's with in the interviews are like covering up his mouth, like stop. And who knows? It could be played up. It could be on
He's
purpose,
never
but-
really like spoiled anything that crazy. But
No, but he still does have a big mouth.
yeah. Well, he's excited.
Love you,
about it.
Tom.
He's excited. Also, I mean, I've seen rumors of him talking about like he doesn't know if he's going to return or not because he doesn't want to stop the next young actor from playing Spider-Man or whatever. Which I think
shut up.
He's advocated for Miles Morales.
I know he is because he wants to take a break from acting.
What if Miles Morales is like 12 years old?
It's because that would be annoying. It's because he wants to focus on making like raising a family and he wants to take a break from acting. Like I've read a bunch of shit, so I'm like, because he's 25, he's not 20.
I know, and he's busy. I mean,
And he always plays high
Yeah.
schoolers.
Spider-Man, Uncharted.
Because he looks
fucking-
13.
He does.
I do not
Great
care about
actor.
that Uncharted movie.
The Uncharted thing,
I don't care
I'm not
care.
convinced.
I don't care.
I see him.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
like,
watch it
I'm
because
sorry, he's a
Batman's
good
not an
actor,
adult.
but I just can't see him as Nathan Drake. I'm
I'll
sorry.
watch it
And I've
because
never really even played those games. I've played the
That's
first
what I
one a
was
little,
gonna say.
but I just cannot see him as Nathan Drake at all.
me either.
They had the perfect one.
literally
Nathan
gonna say-
Fillion played Nathan Drake in like a fan-made movie and was good.
I was literally about to say I don't know shit about Uncharted, so I'll watch it and I'll probably get some form of enjoyment out of it.
It's
But
just
for, like,
it's
an
just
Uncharted
male
fan?
Lara Croft that's what he is.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what I figured. But no, like so yes, Chris, you are correct. We should be getting a black suit Spider-Man.
Yes.
And
That'd be cool.
I've seen.
Can we talk about
I don't know if-
what we want from the execution of this? Go, Jake.
Okay, so I've seen. I don't know if it's official concept art.
It is. It's not official concept art for the movie because I know what you're talking about. It's the artist for No Way Home made his version of what a symbiote suit Tom
Would
Holland
look on him,
Spider-Man
and
would
the
look like.
The spider on him is just.
It is 100% comic book accurate, basically.
Oh yeah, it's got the like.
It's got the web
gross
coming out of
veininess
out of
his top of his wrist,
hand, and yeah,
Yep.
it's got the white patch right here, and the venom spider that goes all the way around.
The arms are like super close together. There's not a lot of gap.
really
between
big.
the arms.
It's got a big body and mandible,
big, huge
right here.
ass body.
Yeah.
Yep, it's just like all the whole.
Chris, if you think
testicle region.
the animated series, remember the old animated series from the 90s? If you think Black Suit,
Yeah.
that one. Exactly that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
With just the
It
little like white veins that that Venom has in the Venom movies.
Okay.
Yeah, it is perfect. It looks so good, and I hope that's what they run with. I mean, they can change it up a little bit if they need to, but like that's the foundation they need to build it off of. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect.
Where do you want them to go with this? Because
Where do I want
I'll
them
go
to go with
first.
I'm looking
Okay,
up.
you said
I'm
you
sorry
didn't
to
know,
interrupt
right?
you, but I'm looking up
I mean,
at the
as I was
mock-up of the
thinking-
thing you're talking about, and it looks
Okay,
really
yeah.
good.
If Tom Holland really is done with being Spider-Man, or just done with acting in general as a whole, that's fine.
They won't let that happen.
I
They will
would
pay
like
him
to
so much
see-
money. They will
would
not let him
love-
retire.
to see a transition into Miles Morales live action.
Well, I want both of them in
Obviously.
a movie. If we're gonna
Oh,
get a
fuck
transition, I need them both in the same movie. I need
Oh,
him
yes.
to do what the other two Spider-Man did to him. I need him to do that with Miles. That's what I need.
Oh yeah, he's got to teach him. He's got to be his mentor. Obviously, I mean that's what made the fucking Insomniac Spider-Man game so
Yes.
great.
Very good. It's great. Can't wait for Spider-Man 2.
Oh my god!
Speaking
I'm
of
not buying
Venom.
a PS5 until that comes out.
Anyway, all right. So what I want is I want him to get this. I want him to get the suit, and I don't want any Venom. I don't want Venom until at least the next movie. He needs to
Really?
have the suit for a whole movie. This is an arc. It's not.
And have
I get the suit
consequences.
and I go out for one fucking day, and then I'm like, I don't like this. No. He needs to have
have
the suit
lasting
for a
consequences
whole
from it?
movie at least.
It needs to like
And get
enhance
rid of
his
it in the
powers
next movie.
and make him think like,
or at
oh,
least
I
at the
love
end
this.
of that movie.
At the end, yes, the conflict at the very end, the climax, can be him removing it. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
But he needs to get the suit, and they still might not even do this in his first, like the first new movie. They might not even do it, because it would be weird for them to give him the classic suit and then immediately put black on it. Right? Like, it would
Yeah.
be weird. Unless they
It
were
would
like,
be
yeah, he's
something they
been
did-
classic regular Spider-Man for a year or two, which is
They have-
fine.
They could just do the black suit, like make it a thing at the end of the next movie.
They could
that
do
way-
that, so I'm fine with that.
2 movies from now,
But
you actually have
regardless-
the first black suit movie.
Regardless, I need a whole movie with the suit on. And then Venom in the next one. Not in the same movie. Not in the same movie. Because,
Understood.
God damn it, I'm waiting for him to get back because I want to talk about something that they've already, that they've set up already. So I guess I could repeat it real quick. So they've already set up Scorpion as a villain, Mac Gargan.
Mhm.
And now that they have Jameson, it makes sense because in the comic books, Jameson hires Mac Gargan and gives him the Scorpion suit to basically to fuck up Spider-Man, basically. And Mac Gargan's like, "Fuck you, ha! I'm actually just a villain. Fuck you," and it backfires.
I'm actually just a villain. Fuck you.
But there's a newer version of Venom where Mac Gargan is Venom, not Eddie Brock.
Okay. Interesting.
So what I think would be great is if we get a whole movie of Black Suit Spider-Man and Scorpion being his villain. And then at the end, he doesn't kill Scorpion or whatever. Maybe he fucks him up or whatever, wrecks his suit or something. I don't know. Beats him, but
Beats him to the verge of
almost
death.
beats him to the brink of death and remembers what the other two Spider-Men have, that what they instilled in him. And then he's like, this fucking suit is making me do this. He rips it off and it finds its way to Mac Gargan's Scorpion. And the next movie is Venom but Mac Gargan being the guy that the suit is on, that Venom is on.
He'd probably
So that we don't need a new villain every fucking movie,
It'd be better than just fucking Tom Hardy the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle Tom Hardy in that. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't love it. I'll be honest.
No, yeah, and you saw the first Venom, right? No, you haven't seen either one?
I didn't even finish the first one.
Didn't finish it? Yeah, it's not great.
I just wasn't enjoying it, and I was just like,
God damn it. All right,
this
now
is
I'm going to have
annoying.
to
So I stopped watching.
I'm gonna have to repeat what I wanted now. So Jake, real quick, what I said was, and you probably already know this, but you know that they've already set up Mac Gargan in this universe, right? The Scorpion.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
because he's who
He's a
Michael
henchman in the
Keaton's
first
Vulture.
one. He's a henchman.
He's
for
who
him.
Michael Keaton's Vulture
Yes.
talked to, because you could tell by the scorpion tattoo on his neck.
Yes. So what I've seen rumored online and what people have kind of put together is that well, I'm going to take what I've read online and what I want to see. So I want to see Mac Gargan's Scorpion as the villain against black suited Spider-Man. At the end of the movie, he almost beats him to death because of the suit, right? Like telling him, like, you gotta fucking kill him. You gotta fucking kill him. I want to eat his brains and shit like that, right? And he rips the suit off and it gets onto Mac Gargan because there's a version in the comics of Mac Gargan's Venom.
Yes,
We don't need
And so
Eddie
here-
Brock anymore. We don't need that. I'm
I was
sorry.
going to say, here is where that.
And then we get a second movie with the same guy, but now he's got the Venom suit. as the
all
villain.
expectations for your standard Peter Parker Spider-Man, they need to be just thrown out the window
Yes.
because everything has changed.
Oh,
The
yeah. I
only
mean,
things
Venom
that
could
remain
be
the
anything
same-
at this point. There's Agent Venom. There's fucking Flash Thompson Venom. There's, oh, God.
And that's where I think
Oh,
it
no.
would go.
Please, no.
Maybe.
Please, not
I know, 'cause
Flash.
I don't like
Flash
this
is
kid
such
as
a
Flash.
fucking douchebag.
He is a douche. But no,
I like him as a douche,
you're
but
right.
he cannot be Venom. If he's gonna be Venom, I'd rather have Topher Grace back as Venom.
I was gonna say it's almost worse than Topher Grace.
It would be worse.
But
Go ahead.
no,
What do you want to see? And then we'll give a rating. Maybe what Chris wants to see. We'll give a rating, and then we'll move this to Witcher.
We'll give a rating, and I have one question afterwards.
Okay.
I don't even know what I want to see. Like I said, I want to see. Since Homecoming, we've been alluding to Miles Morales. You had Aaron Davis in the first one, which was played by Donald Glover. Which, fun fact, did you know that he actually played a huge influence in the creation of Miles Morales as Spider-Man?
No, I didn't.
Donald Glover.
He did. He 100% did, because it was right around the time that the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies were being casted. And the show, The Community, was very popular at that point. And I guess there was a scene, I never watched Community, but from what I've read online, there was a scene where Donald Glover was wearing like a Spider-Man suit. And everyone's like, oh, Donald Glover for Spider-Man, Donald Glover for Spider-Man. And again, around that same time,
Miles Morales came out in 2010, right?
Yep, they were looking for a new kind of spin on Spider-Man. They were looking for a new, quote-unquote, Peter Parker. They were looking for a new. This was in the middle of the Ultimate series, the Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man,
Yes.
and they were looking for like a new direction to go in. And so they saw Donald Glover in the Spider-Man suit and all the hype around him for like everyone be like, yes, give me a Spider-Man of color, like So he the creator of Miles Morales, forgive me, I can't remember their name, took inspiration from both Donald Glover,
wow, you
wearing
fake
a Spider-Man
fan,
suit, and obviously at the time president was Barack Obama, so he took inspiration from
thanks
Donald
Obama.
Glover and Barack Obama. Literally, thanks Obama for Miles Morales. And that's how we wound up with Miles Morales, which is why he got casted as playing Aaron Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Because he played such a pivotal role in the creation of Miles Morales. So
Yeah, unfortunately at this point he's definitely too old to play Miles Morales, but he's already played his uncle, so
I was gonna say, but I'm okay
he
with
could play the
Aaron
Prowler
Davis.
though.
I would love to see the Prowler. I would love to
But
see
at
Miles Morales
this
as the Prowler.
at this point he's been in the game and he's been in you couldn't do it.
Into the
You'd
Spider-Verse.
have to do it in a sequel or something. You couldn't do it the first movie. Yeah, it's been into the Spider-Verse and all that stuff, which looks great. Anyway.
And the second Spider-Verse movie just looks
Yeah, it's part 1 too. I love that.
so. I know how many parts are there going to be.
Probably 2.
Probably 2, yeah, but still.
What if it
it's
was
fun
5 parts?
It's fun to be like, ooh, how many?
And finally, I'm ready to see some Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am too.
Oh, Chris, speaking of different Spider-Man, Jake, you know about Spectacular Spider-Man, right?
Yes. Not
You
a
know that
lot.
Spectacular Spider-Man is Otto Octavius in Peter Parker's body as Spider-Man?
Yes. Okay, I
Really?
do. I didn't remember that specifically, but I remember it. Yes.
Yep. Weird. Also, fantastic fucking suit, by the way.
He has a great suit.
Spectacular
Anyway,
Spider-Man?
what would you like to see them do with the black suit? And then if Chris has an opinion, we'll get his, and then we'll give a rating.
With the black suit, I agree with you 100%. I want to see him have it for more than 30 minutes of the movie. It has to be a whole plot. It has to be a whole plot line. Him getting the suit, him feeling super powerful and, like enjoying it at first, and then progressively throughout the movie, he gets more violent, he gets more aggressive.
He could even kill a villain. I'd be okay with that. Kill the Vulture. Kill that guy.
Yeah.
Kill him.
He either gets
They've
close
set
to
up
you
a
or
real
kills somebody.
Sinister Six needs to happen.
Yep.
I mean, we've got two out of them so far. We've got Scorpion and Vulture.
Well, we kind of had a lot. Never mind. Just keep going. Sorry. I'm getting a little buzzed up now since I've had like 3 glasses of... Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But no, I want to get to the point, like you said, where he either gets really, really close to killing somebody, like they're fucking left unconscious and in a coma for half the movie or whatever, or he actually fucking kills somebody. And then he remembers the conversation he had with Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker, saying, I stopped holding my punches and I didn't like that, it brings it full circle for him to have that conversation and then remembering and then realizing like, oh, this is not okay. Like, I don't want to wind up in the same dark place that these other multidimensional Spider-Men have wound up in.
Can I say something that I forgot to say? My other favorite part about them teaching him what Spider-Man should be is that he reminded them what Spider-Man should be. But continue.
Oh, yeah.
Because Andrew Garfield at that point said he had gotten bitter, but he was reflecting as he was telling him. Yeah. And I know that if they continue his and they actually do an Amazing Spider-Man 3, they're going to keep it canon and they're going to probably fill in a lot of space there. Probably 7 or 8 years of him killing some villains, and then he's going to be like, "Wow, I lost myself."
Quick question for you.
Okay.
So, if the rumors are to be believed that they're going to bring back Emma
You just want to get into this now?
What?
You want to get into this now, or do you want to give your opinion on Black Suit first?
No, I'm done with my Black Suit opinion.
You disagree with me, is basically what you're saying.
Basically, long story short, I
Black
agree
Suit,
with you.
did you have an opinion?
No, I agree.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, Spider-Man needs to be its own episode. I mean, goddamn.
It's fine. Dude, we have no time limit anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Okay.
Go for it. We're only an hour and a half in anyway. We can go another 30, 40 minutes. Doesn't matter.
So, if rumors are to be believed, and both Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone are coming back to play their respective roles, which is Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy. How does that happen? Do we go to where the events of No Way Home affected the ending of The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
And he's able to actually save her?
And Gwen Stacy lives? Yes, that's the only explanation I can soundly agree
He gets
with.
put back before that moment and he does his actions.
Yeah, he gets pulled into Tom Holland's universe, and then once he
gets brought back, his consciousness is put back in his body then, and he's fighting Electro at the moment that he's about to kill him. And he saves him. Because that was the whole point. That was the whole point of this. Like, Tom Holland wanted these people to be saved. He didn't want them to be killed by Spider-Man. So
either that or they
could totally do that. Like, the fact that Electro goes back and he's saved, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is like, oh shit, I can't fucking kill you.
I gotta save Max.
You gotta save Max, and then now Gwen doesn't die, and he's in a new reality.
Because they're not fighting Electro.
And he's in a new reality.
Exactly. So that's the
Sony. We're available.
Yeah. If you need ideas, Sony, hit us up.
Yeah.
Drop the email in the link. Drop the email in the description when you drop this episode.
I will. I need to put that in the notes to say that at the end.
Love it.
But yeah, that's the only logical way I can imagine it happening, is that we get back to a point where it's either like right as it's happening or right before it happens, that we're able to stop Gwen Stacy from dying. And I, honest to God, would appreciate that, because I personally have like a real life crush on Emma Stone. I think she's gorgeous.
And just wait till you get your Spider-Gwen movie.
Yes!
Enjoy it.
So
both of them in the same series.
And here's the thing. If Sony and Disney, I just want them to be friends.
Because whoa. Cool what if Andrew, because she wants to help him in those movies, right? And he's like, you know what? Let's get you some fucking powers.
Yep. And he'll be like, oh, well, obviously there's other Spider-Men, so let's do it. So that's what I'm saying. If Disney and Sony could just fucking be like, you know what? 50-50 profits on movies, on merch, on everything. We're chill. You're chill. I'm chill. Let's go.
Or if Disney would just fucking pay the $10 billion and buy his motherfucking ass. Spider-Man and all his...
Maybe.
Like,
yeah.
It's not like they can't afford it.
Trust me, they'd make a return on that. They bought fucking Star Wars. In what fucking world is Spider-Man worth more than fucking Star Wars?
No.
At this point,
Marvel is
yes.
Listen, hold on. When
this
Marvel
point,
is as big as it is right now,
but
I don't blame Sony for going like, no, fuck you, no.
They should just write a $20 billion check.
Especially with the
any one-time payment wouldn't be enough.
With the level of success that Into the Spider-Verse has had and Sony Animation has had with the Spider-Man, in just one movie, the amount of success they've had in one movie, I don't blame Sony for.
Well, that's why they don't care what it is. Is like we'll just keep throwing shit at the wall until it works, because they'll make money regardless. They don't care if it's good. Disney actually cares. Disney cares that it's good, though.
But here's the thing. Sony threw this one at the wall and it stuck. And I really hope they framed it and be like, this is the model. This is God. This is Mecca. Everything we do from now on has to do.
They're going to capitalize
as
on
well
this.
As this.
They're not going to just let it sit. Be like,
Morbius.
My most successful fucking venture yet. Let's let it wait.
That's why I said Sony Animation.
Oh, wait. You're sour on Morbius now? Now that it's been delayed again?
Not yet. I haven't seen it yet. I don't have an opinion on Morbius.
You're 3, Chris. Smell it for Morbius.
I think it looks good.
Let's go.
I will watch it, and I'll probably enjoy it, but who cares?
I'm sure you probably will. You enjoy every movie you watch.
That's I do.
You have no standards. You said that's his superpower?
Shut the fuck up, Chris. That's my secret, Cap. I enjoy every movie I watch.
That's right.
All right, rating. Sorry, rating for No Way Home. Go. Chris.
Fucking... Okay.
9 out of 10.
Jake.
Nerdgasm out of 10. Like I can't quantify it.
10.
I
Perfect.
can't quite.
It was a
It
perfect
is a
movie.
10. It's either a 10 or more because it was perfectly pandering to my nostalgia. It was a great story. It was fun
It was
to watch.
enough member berries, but there wasn't too much member berries.
Oh, yeah, it was the perfect little side of member berries.
Yeah, I had a side of member berry pie with some
meal.
vanilla Marvel ice cream.
So it was perfect. Marvel hit it perfectly. Disney hit it perfectly on nostalgia and new story and combining the two. And real quick, Willem was Dafoe in this fucking movie.
He was. He did well.
He was great. He was fucking great.
God, he aside from the Spider-Man, he stole this fucking movie.
Yep. That man can bring
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I really didn't understand the Green Goblin's character as a child. I didn't realize he had two personalities.
Oh yeah, he's a split personality. Jack.
I haven't watched that movie in 15 years, so I just as a
You're
kid,
like,
I just
no.
didn't get it. So
You're
when
like,
he's like,
"Big-
I
why
always
is it
thought he
big
was
now?"
faking it at the end when he's like, "What have I done?" And then he dies, and I'm like, I just thought he was faking it.
Legitimate.
I didn't
personality.
realize that as a kid. So I mean, I was 8 or 9 when that movie came out. 2002,
Yeah, no.
right?
He played his part so well. He played the Goblin perfectly, and he played fake Willem or fake
Fake Norman.
fake Norman.
Well, he was real Norman, and then he just said that he was in the background waiting.
But he was super believable as being like, I want to be healed, I want to be saved.
Yeah.
God, Willem was Dafoe in this movie, and God, he was good.
He did well.
Willem Dafoe's great in everything.
Yeah, he's a
He
great
is.
actor.
Have you seen The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson?
I have not.
Mm-mm.
You should watch that movie. It's fucking good. It's weird as shit because it's all in black and white. It's shot in like classic 30 millimeter film or whatever. It's all in black and white. Favorite line from the whole fucking movie is, "You shouldn't have spilled your beans."
You shouldn't have spilled
Anyway,
your beans.
You have to watch the movie to get the
All
context.
right. Let's move on to the next thing.
No, hold
Love
on, real quick. There's an emoji pack you can download on your phone that says you spilled your beans from this movie.
Okay, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't care.
You should watch the movie. It's weird. It's fucking weird as shit, but it's good.
Well, okay.
It has Batman and the Green Goblin in it. It's great.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Robert
Yeah, go ahead.
Pattinson and
Yeah,
Willem
yeah. I was like, is this
Okay.
Lego? Is this Lego
Before-
the movie? Marvel Batman
The-
Lego movie?
Before we wrap up, I have one last
We're not even
question
close to
before we
wrapping up.
Before we wrap up our Spider-Man discussion.
Oh, go ahead.
I want a ranking of Tom,
Oh fuck.
Toby, Andrew, and I can't remember his name, but Insomniac Spider-Man.
I know his name.
Because he was fucking. It was a movie. It was a goddamn movie. You got to play a movie.
That's not fair. You can't put him in there because then I'd have to put other animated game or animated Spider-Man, and I can't do that. We're just gonna do movies. Come on.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's really good, but Chris hasn't played it, so he can't rate it.
True.
Okay, fair. Sorry.
Chris hates Spider-Man. All right, just leave him alone.
I don't hate Spider-Man.
Chris has never played a Spider-Man game, Jake.
That's true.
What?
That is true.
Fucking Spider-Man on PlayStation 1 was a goddamn classic.
Never
Spider-Man 2.
That good
is
old
fucking
Carnage Octopus
perfect.
at the end of that game.
played it.
Yeah, Spider-Man
I've played
2
a
on
Hulk game,
PS2
but
is-
I've never played a
Venom was
Spider-Man
blue.
game.
Venom was blue.
Yeah, he was like
Royal blue.
reflective blue. His blue was like super bright and he had a shadow around him.
Yep.
No, dude. Spider-Man on PS1, Spider-Man 2 on PS2, and just fucking Spider-Man on
I got a
PS4.
PCSX2, so I could probably get both of those.
Oh, dude, those are great games.
I've been using it. Oh, I got to talk about that for just a second. So, Jake, I got NFL 2K5 again because remember I had it before. I had to wipe my PC and get it all fixed, right? So I downloaded it, and there's a mod called NFL 2K5 Resurrected that has updated rosters, updated uniforms, updated stadiums, and all updated logos.
No way! That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was playing it before we started recording.
You should stream that. That'd be fun. I'd watch
It's
the shit out of
fantastic.
it.
It's so good. I'm not good at it because again, all I've played is Madden for the last 15 years, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, who cares? It just sounds like fun to watch.
it's good. All right, Witcher.
Okay, so
Witcher season 2.
no, wait, hold on. We're ranking our 3 Spider-Man real quick.
Fuck, that's right. Go
Chris,
ahead.
you go ahead because
Who's your favorite? No,
you
your own score, Chris. It doesn't. You don't have to be
Yes.
like based on the comics. Meh.
I
can do whatever you
I
want.
couldn't even if I wanted to because I've never read the comics. But I guess I like the Tom Holland one a lot. I think he's a likable one. I guess it's Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, then
Andrew Garfield.
I guess so, and then everybody else after him.
Japanese Spider-Man next, right? Yeah.
I've never seen it, but sure.
You've got to have seen some kind of memes from it.
I don't know. I might have. I
They're
have no idea.
hilarious. I want to watch it like legitimately. To watch it legit.
Mine might trigger some people, so I'm going to go next. So I'm going to split mine up into Alias. So my favorite Spider-Man of the 3, like in the suit, is Andrew Garfield. My favorite Peter Parker is Tobey Maguire. But I still like, I like Tom Holland still, like everything that he does, but I like nostalgic Tobey Maguire is super fucking nerdy and he's a goddamn loser. And that to me,
they made him such a loser.
Yeah, to me, that's, I relate more to that, so, you know. I'm not exactly Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, so. And I wasn't cool enough like Tom Holland's Peter Parker to have fucking Jordans in high school. So I'm gonna go with Tobey Maguire on that one.
So I'm gonna do what you did, but I'm gonna split it up between who I like best as a Spider-Man and who I like best as Peter Parker. So as Spider-Man, I like Andrew Garfield the most, followed by Tobey Maguire, followed by Tom Holland. As Peter Parker, probably going to trigger a lot of people. I like Tom Holland most.
I don't know why. I don't think that would trigger anybody.
I think he's a great balance between nerdy and like
awkward. He's a lot more comic accurate.
Exactly. He's nerdy.
At least original. He's also 16 when he's introduced. And he's the other ones like the first Andrew Garfield was a senior in high school and he was fucking cool. Yeah. And he had a girlfriend in high school. Like, he was fucking cool. He got bitches on his dick. Peter Parker doesn't get bitches on his dick. Toby's Spider-Man or Peter Parker was so nerdy. Like,
wait, can I finish my list? Because
I'm sorry.
saying everything I want to say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tom Holland was the perfect mix of like nerdy, but not fucking.
Well, he's a dude. He's a dude. He's not. Yeah.
He's your average sophomore, junior in high school.
Yes,
that's who he was.
Yes.
I look at Tom Holland, Peter Parker, just Peter Parker, and I'm like, oh yeah, I relate to that. That's me. I was that dude in high school.
Yeah, that's. I guess saying that, I would probably say that I relate to that Peter Parker more also, but I still like Toby was like. Sorry, it's nostalgia. I'm sorry. It is. I'm sorry. I admit it. He's my second favorite. Tom Holland's my second favorite Peter Parker. Like, yes, I did like Andrew Garfield. I like all three of them in different ways.
They're great in their own respective ways.
Yes, all three are different. And guess what, guys? That's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tom Holland, because I look at him and I see, that was.
I don't want to interrupt you anymore, so I'm going to pee and get my drink.
Go.
So you can
okay.
And then we'll start talking about which one I get back.
Yes. Okay.
Shit.
So again, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, those are my favorite Spider-Men.
Right.
My favorite Peter Parkers, Tom Holland, because I look at him and I'm like, yes, that was me. That is me. 10th, 11th grade. I feel it. I relate to it. I feel it in my soul. That was me. Picking between Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield is very hard because on one side, Andrew Garfield was too cool.
He was.
To be a Peter Parker.
For sure.
But Tobey Maguire was too fucking nerdy.
To be Spider-Man?
Peter Parker. Yeah. So I think they were less nerdy on Tobey Maguire than they were cool on Andrew Garfield. So I think for me, as Peter Parkers go, it would be Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and then Andrew Garfield. I think Andrew Garfield was a little bit too cool, too like
Popular kid.
too much of the popular kid in his respective films to be that relatable, nerdy Spider-Man kid.
Right.
So, that's my list. If you're angry about it, yell at me in the comments. Just fucking scream at me if you feel like it, or agree with me. I just want to hear from you. Let me know.
We'd all love to hear from you.
Chris, I'm really sorry that this Spider-Man conversation was so long. I know
It's okay.
you enjoy Spider-Man, but you just don't necessarily know as much or enjoy as much as Matt and I do.
Yeah, I mean, I like Spider-Man. I've never seen a bad Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man has been my favorite superhero since I was in like the 6th grade. I went back when creating your own MySpace profile picture. I had Tobey Maguire, black suit Spider-Man kneeling or like sitting on that church.
I remember MySpace.
It was raining. And I had an animated GIF of it raining on black suit Spider-Man.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had Nickelback playing in the background when you open up my profile page.
I was gonna guess it was like Papa Roach or something.
And they say that a hero can save us. I had that song. That was the first song that would play on my profile picture. Like it was. I miss MySpace. MySpace was teaching us how to code.
MySpace
was teaching us cool shit. It was teaching us cool shit, and we didn't even realize it because we were just like, "Oh, I just want to be cool."
I'm trying to remember what shitty music I wonder if my MySpace still exists.
I'm not gonna stay here away.
Did you ever take yours down?
I don't think so.
So it might still be there.
Hold on to the wings of eagles. Watch as they all fly away.
Nickelback sucks.
It doesn't. Are you saying that because it's the cool thing to say, or are you saying that because you actually believe it?
No, I don't really care. They're not,
Okay.
honestly. Yeah, it was like the cool thing to say that they suck, but I don't really listen to them anymore.
Have you ever heard them do a Metallica cover? Because I have, and holy shit, it was intense.
Nope.
It was
The best
a little bit more
Metallica
intense
cover
than
I've ever
Metallica.
heard is Sanitarium by Bullet for My Valentine.
They do a good job.
I would say Nickelback does a better Metallica cover.
Have you heard that cover?
I have, yes.
Okay. Matt seems
Well, it was
skeptical.
a cover from like 2005, so whatever.
Anyways, so moving on from our hour and a half discussion on Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's right.
Now we're going to go
Let's
to an
get
hour and a
into-
half discussion on Witcher 2. Witcher
Oh
Season
my
2.
god, I don't have that much to say about The Witcher 2.
I don't either.
I don't either.
We're going to move on to Witcher Season 2.
I know what I
since
think about it.
We've all finished it, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Good.
Um,
I'm going to start. Actually, Chris, go ahead.
Okay.
We've taken control of this whole podcast. Go.
Yep.
all right.
You
Well, I
go
want to
ahead.
know what you guys think about the season, just in general. Starting off,
Can I ask a question first?
yeah.
Like we're like, go, Chris, and it's just him asking us what we think.
I want to know what you
Can
think.
I ask you a question first?
Yeah.
Did you go through the books?
I haven't finished.
I already know
the
the
books.
answer to that.
I haven't finished the books,
Okay.
but I'm
All right.
on.
Have you at least gone through Blood of Elves?
I'm at. Yeah. Yes.
You have gotten through that one?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's okay. Then you've gotten all the material
Okay.
you need.
Everything
That's
that's
all you need
everything
right
that season 2 does. Yes, I'm there.
Jake, did you ever give like your actual like thoughts and reviews on the book series?
No,
I've
I
always
don't think
wanted
I
to
ever
know
did.
it too. I want to hear your
Go.
opinion, bro.
We'll start with that.
I fucking loved the books. I thought they were fantastic. There's no way for me to say the same thing over and over other than I just love the books. They were such a interesting read, such a fun read. And, I'm gatekeeping myself. I did audiobooks. So I was able to really...
You read it. You read it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You read it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gatekeeping myself. They were so thoroughly enjoyable. In fact, they're so thoroughly enjoyable that I'm ready to go through them all again.
I would be as well. I got through Blood of Elves again, like right after you did. But what I'm doing what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go through the entire novelization of the Halo series. And that's going to take me a long time.
That's a good idea. Do you guys think that Henry Cavill is the best possible Geralt?
The best possible
There's no
Geralt?
other option. There's no other option.
There's always somebody better, but I am perfectly okay. Like, I really
Visually,
like...
in my head canon, no, there's no other person.
Visually, all right. If we want to get... Okay.
Like,
so
let's
this
just
is
talk
the
about
time where
Henry
I'm
Cavill
going to
as
get book accurate here. So in the books, Geralt is described as ugly and unsettling to look at.
Okay, see, so I...
Do you disagree? Was he not?
Unsettling to look at.
Yeah, no, he's not. He gives a straight man a boner on a good day.
Hi, I'm a straight man on a good day.
I'm a straight man on a good day. Could be another show.
No, he's a sexy human being. That's fine.
Oh my! I'm very comfortable with myself to say
I am as well. That's fine.
that Henry Cavill as Geralt, hell, even as Superman, I look at him and
How about just Henry Cavill?
Just Henry Cavill, even and especially building his PC. Oh my god,
Dude,
Henry Cavill!
I could watch Henry Cavill do anything.
I could watch him flip eggs for 12 hours straight.
He's my fucking hero. I love him. He's also really fucking awesome in Man from U.N.C.L.E. And no. He's not in that movie. I'm sorry. I was mixing
Yes, he
up
is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Matt, yes, he is.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Was I mixing? I wasn't mixing that up with his character in Fallout or fucking Mission Impossible Fallout.
He's in 007 and Man from U.N.C.L.E.
He's not in 007. You're talking about Mission Impossible. He's in Man
Mission
from
Impossible,
U.N.C.L.E.?
yes.
Is he the guy that's
Yes.
opposite of... He's the American and the other... And, who's the Russian? Fuck. He's the guy that played, Lone
I never saw that movie.
Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp.
Napoleon Solo is his name in that movie.
He is in that movie, though? He's the American
Yes.
guy. Okay.
Yes. Look.
And the Russian guy is, Army Hammer.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. He's great in that movie. He's been great in anything I've ever seen him in. He was also really good in Immortals.
I haven't seen...
That was the first time...
wait.
Yeah, no, we saw that in high school. That was the story about Theseus and the Minotaur.
I was confusing Immortals with Eternals.
Me
No.
too.
Eternals, by the way, great fucking movie if you haven't seen it.
I haven't.
Waiting for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Super underrated. You guys need to watch it on Disney Plus, and we'll actually talk about it. I'll probably watch it again.
I watched it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that'll be an episode.
Excellent.
For
It's
sure.
one of my favorite Marvel movies. It's very good.
Huh.
Very good.
No, Henry Cavill, you are a god among men, and I will worship you wherever you go.
Yeah, I just didn't think... I think that he plays such a convincing Geralt. Like, I can tell it's been researched, it's been thought out.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want to know what doesn't hurt?
Because, well, he's sexy.
The fact that he's such a goddamn fan of the series, too.
Yeah.
He's sexy
to be
and he's
completely
a
fair.
goddamn fan.
He was a fan of the games first, and then he did read the books. He's been on record and said that. So
That's natural, though.
and he
I mean,
wants the way he
games are
plays the
probably more
part is he
publicized.
wants to pay respect to Doug Cockle's Geralt, which is the voice actor in The Witcher. Which again, honestly, I'm sorry, that's my Witcher. When I think
Me too.
Geralt, I think Witcher 3.
That's what you experienced first, though, right?
I think
Yep.
yes, exactly. I think Witcher 3 voiced Geralt, or Witcher the games, his voice. He's the quintessential Geralt to me. But that's just me because that's what I played first, or that's what I was absorbed in first.
To go off of what you're saying, for me, visually, I depict
Peter
Henry
Kenny?
Cavill.
And then
No.
with Peter Kenny's voice.
I hear Peter Kenny's voice. I hear him going, Dandelion.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear that.
Fantastic
Hear that.
voice actor also, by the way.
Oh,
That guy.
that's a
he
really
was
good impression.
So good.
By the way.
He was
that you
so
did.
good at...
He's one of the best audiobook readers I've ever listened to. He does
He
everyone's
is.
voice.
He is. He was so good. Even the Stephen King novels aren't that good.
I probably could have, honestly, I probably could have finished Game of Thrones if he was the narrator.
Yeah, he is a fantastic... Peter Kenny, you are great.
The Game of Thrones guy is fine, but almost everybody sounds the same.
No, Peter Kenny is a fantastic voice actor for reading novels. Oh.
It's amazing, like how he can have 11 different voices going,
and you can differentiate between.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
this is Yennefer. Oh, this is Geralt.
He doesn't have to say-
Yeah, even his women, even his female characters.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've read.
Triss and Yin sound
both-
different.
I've heard both females reading male voices and males reading female voices, and
He's the best
it's-
I've ever heard.
he's perfect. Peter Kenny, you're the bomb.
Yes.
Goat.
Shout out
Goat.
to Peter Kenny. The
Hell
GOAT.
yeah.
We should just fucking link to him in Twitter. Like, hey,
Yeah. I don't follow him. I need to follow him. No, I'm
I
just
wonder
kidding.
if he's got a cameo.
He's probably oh my god, Doug Cockle does. If you guys ever want to get me anything for my birthday, there you go, Doug Cockle. Anyway,
Geralt talking.
we'll talk about birthday presents
Hello,
later.
Matt.
Yeah,
Happy
exactly.
fucking birthday to the birthday boy.
Yeah.
Gonna spank your fucking ass today, man.
to fucking die for your birthday? Happy birthday, Matt.
All right. Okay. Anyway,
Yes.
what the fuck were we actually talking about?
Witcher season 2.
Just
Yeah, Witcher
Yeah.
season 2. He was. Oh yeah, Chris asked us what we thought about Geralt. Right, Henry Cavill's Geralt.
it's perfect visually.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
perfect.
It's as good as it could be.
The man is visually perfect.
especially
Yeah.
it's higher caliber than I would expect from a Netflix show.
Well, I mean, he went out there and advocated for himself. I want to
Yeah.
play Geralt. So when you have an actor that dedicated to go out there and be like, me right now, please.
Yeah,
I
he's
fucking
great.
Need
He's
this
great.
role.
So
The fact that he knows the source material too makes it just that much better.
when season 2 kicks off, it picks up where season 1 left off.
Instantly, yes.
Yes.
Like
What are your
immediately.
guys' thought? Like, what do you guys think about season 2? Like the way it feels compared to season 1. Like just the cinematography, the way how things move. It's
Oh,
much.
the quality is so much better.
It's way higher quality.
Everything.
It's way
The qua-
faster paced. Every episode, there's no slog to get through. There's no like 40-minute or 30-minute portion where it's like, what does this have to do with what the main plot is? You know what I mean? They don't waste any
No,
time.
yeah, I
Season
agree.
2 immediately gets interesting and stays interesting the entire time.
Just by the way, everybody, Jake will be right back. Go ahead, continue, Chris.
I just thought that
I'm really curious about your opinions on someone that has not really delved into the rest of the books. Other
some of
than,
the things,
basically what
there are
they've
a lot
covered.
of differences that I noticed in season 2 from the actual
source material.
book, the source material. Some of it bothered me
Okay, that's fair.
to like not to an extent to where I was like, this isn't enjoyable now, but it mildly annoyed me, and I understand why it wouldn't be exactly the same as source material, and I understand why. Like, I'm not saying it's bad that they differentiated, but I'm just saying that I don't necessarily enjoy. For example, I want to wait till Jake's here, but when they're at Kaer Morhen and there's all these fucking different Witchers there, I'm like, why?
Instead of just the 4, that should be there.
And then when I really want Jake to be here for me to talk about certain things, but there are just certain.
Well, don't delve deep. Just skim the surface.
There were just certain issues that happened in the show, which I understand why they happened in the show, but did not happen in the book, and it just makes me wonder, like, where, what is basically how I felt the whole time that was happening. Like where they branched off, it confused me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'll counterpoint with saying, like, again, as I've said earlier in this episode specifically, like I'm okay with differences. I feel like, unfortunately, on the subreddits and on Twitter, I have to just constantly defend differences in the show and stuff like that. Like, differences don't automatically make something bad. If something's bad, it's bad. But if something different is good, it's some people online especially, it has to be bad because it's not an exact copy.
Right. And I'm not saying that that's what I wanted, but they just did things creatively that maybe I wouldn't.
Yeah, creatively there were. I had a little, like, that's why it wasn't on my
like with Siri specifically.
That's why. Okay, all right. I'm interested. Yeah. At the end of the season.
Yeah. That.
Okay.
That's where I take
get
issue.
that. I get that. And that's fine. And I can kind of explain why. It'll be a little book spoilery, a little bit, but
why it went that way.
it's something. Yeah. Again, it's something that I want to say. Remind me, because I want to get into that when Jake gets back, since he's finished all the books. But it has to do with them probably for the better changing the main plot point as to why Siri is so important or why people want her.
Like why nations seek her as like a...
Yeah, because in the book it's really just one central reason, whereas it'd be weird if they did that, if they went that way with the show. So I'm okay with that.
What were your thoughts?
And I get that.
When you saw the Wild Hunt, what were your thoughts?
I thought they looked fine.
I thought it was a faithful representation of them, honestly, like the way that they...
Well, I mean, they're described exactly how they appear in the show and in the games.
Exactly.
So
I thought it was a good...
there's skeletal right. You know what's something funny? Sarah didn't even realize that that Aridin was in the Wild Hunt.
Really?
Even after reading the books, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Even though it's explicitly said that he is the leader of
saw him in the show.
wraiths, or he's in the show. Yeah, he's the guy leading the pack.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever,
The only one that speaks.
Yeah, she was, because Sarah was like, I don't know who was that, and I was like, what? It was the Wild Hunt.
It was confusing to me. Like, that's confusing to me that she doesn't know, because to me it was blatantly obvious.
Well, we've also played the game, so
True.
There's that. I think Jake's getting back now. I see his shadow. But go kind of repeat what you were saying there again, Chris, because he's probably put his headset on by now. Yeah, he's all right. Go ahead, repeat. Kind of get back to what you were talking about.
What was I talking about?
Like the things that you didn't like with Siri.
All right. Well, I didn't like.
Or some things you didn't like. We'll start with things we didn't like, and we'll get into stuff we did. Because I there was a fair amount of stuff that I was okay and I didn't like.
Love when Siri was slitting throats and possessed, like that
Mm-hmm.
period.
By the demon.
Yeah, by the demon. Yeah, I just thought, I don't know. That's not what I know. I know that's got to be different from the source material.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen in the book.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
not at all.
And I mean, I guess I get why they went that direction, because they had like
so
all these
I wanted
fucking random
Jake. I wanted you to be
witchers
here.
around to
So
kill.
yeah. So Jake, I think that's why all those other witchers were in this season, for her to kill them. Which is again, whatever. It's fine. It's a creative choice. I don't necessarily agree with it, but again, it was fine in the show. I was okay with it. Whatever. Because, and Jake, this you stop me if I get too spoilery for what you think, but basically, Chris, in the book, the main reason why everyone wants Siri is because they want to fuck her and have her make their children.
Of course, because she's got that Elden
and
elder
exactly,
blood.
and they're not gonna do that with the show.
No.
It's too no.
Because she's supposed to be like 12, 13 right now.
Yes. Which in the show or in the books, she's also like 13 when she's at Kaer Morhen. So, and she's only like 20 in Witcher 3. So, yeah. So that is why I understand.
It makes a very moral sense.
They've changed the overall arcing plot as to why they want her.
I do also have...
And I am okay with it, because I just don't think being completely faithful to that fact that everyone that's after her wants her to have their babies.
Yeah.
Did you notice...
Go ahead.
Did you notice that in Season 2, the makeup budget for Siri specifically was way up? Like way increased. Like, she was wearing pink lipstick the whole time Season 2, and...
Let me say something. So I think they actually went more in depth into her makeup in Season 1, because she looks 12 in Season 1, and it's only been 3 years since then. She's Freya Allen, I think, is 23.
Mm-hmm.
She looks about that age now. I think that she just wears normal makeup now, whereas before they tried to make her look young. Like, she looks...
There's no way that she was only 20 in the first season. Because
how young she looks in that?
Yeah, I thought she was like 14, 15.
Freya Allen, I'm pretty sure it was 19 when they filmed.
Wow.
I just noticed that difference. It was stark because during that battle,
it looked like she was 12.
it was like
She's 20 years old now, so sorry. But so that means she was 18 when they filmed.
17, 18, yeah. Wow.
Oh my god, she was born September 6th, 2001. Yeah. Sorry.
And that's not a creepy thing.
Yeah, we're just old.
That's not a creepy
No,
statement.
we're just old.
That's like
We're just old.
this chick looked like she was 12 years old when we fucking watched season 1 of The Witcher. She looked like she was 12 years old.
So I think what you were thinking was they just went with like super deep into the makeup to make her look really young.
Yeah, because we lost a year of time in a
because of
world
COVID.
Without COVID.
So this should have come out last year.
Earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So
The difference
looked a
was
year
stark
younger.
to me, though. I noticed it like it was off-putting initially. I had to get used to it.
by the way, they're about to start filming season 3, so maybe
Good.
it'll come out next December. So
Hope so.
we'll get back on track. Go ahead. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think they went more in depth with her makeup in season 1 than this one. They made her look a lot more womanly in this season.
How
Like
much
she looked like she was 12
during
season 1.
Dandelion's like torture scene? How much less badass was it in the show than it was in the book? For you guys, like, do you remember that scene in the book where
Yes.
Yennefer straight up kills like 3 dudes
Roughly.
to rescue him? She fucking straight up
Yeah, but
kills them. Like,
But Rience was more badass, I think, in the show.
Yeah,
They've done him a lot of credit because in the books, he feels like to me, when I envisioned Rience, I envisioned him as a slimy, gross, like
hunched with a hood.
Yes!
And like,
Yes!
yeah,
Yes,
Me too.
He is so much more menacing and badass in the show than he was in the books. To me,
Yeah, I
he was a
pictured him as
punk
like
bitch in the books.
Yes, I pictured him as like a yes, boss. I'll do what you tell me. Yes,
I envisioned him as fucking the worm in Lord of the Rings. The guy that was like with Theoden.
yeah. I know who you're talking about. The one that was like
Yeah.
whispering.
That's what I
in the
envisioned
ear,
him
like,
as.
I'm so glad you said that because I was
And,
like,
and it wasn't really explicit. Like yes, we knew he was a mage, but in the show, he's much more like they go out on
Malevolent?
well, no, he's more. They make him seem more powerful. Like he was just a guy. Like, he was just a dude in the books he was a henchman in the books.
yeah, he was
Like in this, it seems like he's a sought after.
Dijkstra's
Like he's a
or
powerful. He's a
Vilgefort's
powerful.
Sorcerer.
Well, spoiler, but yeah, spoiler. I mean, it could be different in the show, but it probably won't be.
I doubt it will be. I mean,
Chris has only finished the first book, so he doesn't know
No,
who the villain is.
I'm more than 3/4 through the second book.
Has the battle for the Isle of Thanet happened yet in the book you're in? Because I don't think so.
No, it hasn't. Let me tell you. If you give me a second, I can remember what the last thing that I remember happened was.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, just you guys keep talking, and I'll think about it.
yeah, no, fucking Riance was supposed to be like this. Yes, boss. Kind of dude to me. That's what
Yes.
I pictured. And so
100%.
when I see this dude come in with a clean face, because of course he was described as like,
Now that I'm just waving.
Your daughter's
Yeah,
language?
yeah.
oh, he was described as like being deformed and gross and like ratchety.
Like
So
I thought of him as a little short, hunchbacked, like
always wearing
guy.
a cloak over his head.
Yeah.
Like
I think he's awesome in the show. Did you
Oh,
guys?
yeah, he's
that
badass
is his
in the
actor. He's awesome.
yeah, he's badass in the show.
Just the snap. That's unique to the show. That's like his thing now, and it's awesome. I love it.
It is. Cool.
I don't want to see a depiction of Rance without him
Yeah.
snapping and having fire
It's-
pop up. Like
I've never thought of a snap as menacing until he's walking up to Yaskir in the dark.
You mean a snap in Infinity War wasn't menacing
Nah,
to you?
not really, because it wasn't like his thing. He
know,
wouldn't
it's just
walk
being
up to
funny.
people in the darkness like with a little bit of fire coming out. He had a glow up in the show. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
I love him
he
in the show.
got
He's great.
fucking glowed up
He's
so hard
fantastic.
in the show.
He's fantastic. I also really like what they did with what the fuck is. All right, well, do you guys want to start with things we liked then?
Yeah, let's talk about what we liked.
Can I start with things that I thought that personally going through the books,
questionable things?
I envisioned different.
Oh,
differently.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
So going through the books, and mind you, I don't want this to come across as like a racism thing. Whenever I envision, like, how do I describe this?
The Witchers and the people.
Like Witchers and people and the country that they're living in.
No, I get that.
I envision like old England. I envision.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Old.
It's
old time.
supposed to take place in old Europe.
Like,
and I get
yeah,
that. No,
Poland
I understand.
and
I never
France and
envisioned-
Germany and
I never envisioned
Asian people.
Istrid as a black
as a black guy. Yeah, no, that's.
I
yeah,
never
I get that.
envisioned Istrid as a black guy. I never envisioned Vilgefortz as a man of color, like a Middle Eastern man of color, and I applaud the show for doing that.
Can I be honest? As a white dude, and I'm sure the same can be said with a lot of other ethnicities, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you imagine people, you try to imagine them as close to yourself as possible, right? Because you want to put yourself. When I imagine characters, unless they're described a certain way in terms of like a certain skin color or whatever, like I think of them as white people because that's the closest to myself as I can imagine.
Yeah, because you want to put yourself in the story.
Exactly.
You want to put yourself.
But I
in
really appreciate just what I like when they go in and make shows diverse like this. There are some shows that it's almost like they have to say it in the show. Like, look how diverse we're making these characters. Yes. They don't question it. These characters are who they are, and there's no comments about their skin or their hair. Nothing. That's who the character is.
In The Witcher, it feels. Oh, okay, yeah. I never envisioned Istrid as a black guy, but you know what?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I envisioned him as like a dude. I'll be a tall, skinny guy with like Justin Bieber hair. Is how I envision with blue eyes, and what they got his blue eyes right.
Wow. Who was God? What's his name?
Go ahead.
There's a mage in The Witcher, the show. I can't remember his name. He's like the head.
Stregobor.
That is how I envisioned
Istrid. Oh, really?
Yes.
Because Stregobor is really not a character in the books after the story of Blaviken anyway.
Exactly.
Because I envisioned him as a classic like wizard with a tall cap and a long beard, like have a cane.
That's so weird.
He's really good. He's, by the way, piece of fucking shit in the show. That guy, that actor, awesome. He's fucking good. He's really good.
Yeah, he plays a shitbag great.
Yes, absolutely. He's really great.
If you can play a character and make me hate you and question, do I hate you as a normal person too? Like,
yeah, Joffrey,
you did your job right. Oh God,
True.
Fuck that kid. He was in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, he was.
Or
no, he was in Batman Begins. He was the kid that
Yeah.
Batman throws the little thing to.
So, and now that I know that, every time I see that scene, I'm like, fuck
you, Joffrey,
piece of shit. So if you can make me hate you in real life based off of an actor you played, off a character you played, that's how you know you did your role right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I hate Stregobor. And like you said, he's supposed to be of zero importance.
Yep.
After the story in Blaviken. Literally no.
But I like that he's a character. I like that he's a character. I like it. There's a lot of things that I like.
And there's a lot of things I don't like.
That's fair. No, that's totally fair. Do you guys want to get to those things and then go into more of stuff we do like instead of just going, because I don't want to do this like episode to episode review.
No, just a general like overview of how we felt about season 2.
It was solid, in my opinion. I think.
Yes, I also thought it was solid. I thought it was good. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't in the top 3 favorite shows I saw this year because we talked about that last week. Arcane and Invincible.
What did you guys think about the Leshen thing? The whole
So
That bothered me a little.
Can I go first?
The misdirect was. It was okay. I also don't. I hate that they call it. I hate that they call it a Leshy because in the games they call it a Leshin, and I think it sounds cooler.
So after like episode 3, I think I texted you, Matt, and I was like,
Sure did.
I was like, listen, did I black out while I was going through these books, or is this completely added to the story?
To make an Escal a
from
piece
Netflix?
of shit?
Well,
not specifically that.
not
It was
even
something
that.
else. That he was talking about Yennefer
yeah,
having no
'cause-
magic.
Oh, that. Yep.
Yeah, because I correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I've only gone through the series once, and it was my first absorption of all the source material. So you go through the story, and doesn't Yennefer go to Karamoran instead
No.
of?
Mm-mm.
No,
I thought it was Yennefer.
no. Yennefer has never been to Kaer Morhen ever, not one time. And she
Except
talks
for in the
about
games.
she only goes in Witcher 3 at the very end of the game. She's never been there.
I thought that's where you start with Yennefer and
It's a
Geralt
dream.
taking a bath.
That's
Oh,
a dream.
It's a dream. Oh, I haven't
Yeah,
finished the
because
game, so that explains a lot.
I mean, right after that, it's a throwaway line where Geralt wakes up and he's talking about the dream, and he says it's strange because Yennefer's never been there. She's never been to
okay.
Kaer Morhen.
Okay. For some reason, I was like hell bent on that it was Yennefer.
No, it was Triss.
Teaching.
It was Triss.
Yeah, Yennefer instead of Triss.
She taught
teaching
Ciri. She taught Ciri at the Temple of Melitele, which I
Okay.
hate the way they say it in the show. Melitele. I hate that.
Oh yeah,
Melitele.
yeah, they're like Militelli.
Yeah, it's
Melitele.
it's Melitele in the books and stuff like that.
And that's why I said I'm like I need to go through the books again. But Allie, I'm listening to Allie because she's right. I need to go through different books, but I want to go through the Witcher series again so I can start catching details.
Pick up on the stuff you
plot
missed.
Points.
Like,
Yes,
it's a lot,
exactly.
man. It's hard. Like
There's-
there are things that I forgot about.
Fucking 7 books, not including whatever happens after.
Well, you
the
gotta
Lady in the
you
Water.
gotta listen to Season of Storms.
Is it Lady in the Water? Is that the
Lady in
last
the
book?
Lake is the last book.
Lady in the Lake. I was close. It's a body of water, whatever. So
Woman in the body of water.
female in the liquid, whatever.
The lady in the
Um,
sound.
There's a lot of things that I want to go through and listen to again and be like, oh, okay. Now that I know how the whole story pans out, this is why this is important. This is why Sapkowski took the time to explain this and elaborate on this, you know. And so with Allie she started watching season 2 with me from episode 1.
And full disclosure,
And she said-
she's never read any of the books or played any of the games.
Yeah, my wife knows next to nothing about The Witcher. And that's not a insult. It's just she knows next to
She's
nothing
sitting
about
next
The
to you
Witcher.
like, right now, right?
No, she's putting Ollie to bed right now. So.
Oh, okay.
But so she's like, yeah, I'll watch it with you. You're just gonna have to explain things to me. And I'm like, okay. So I go into season 2 after watching season 1. I'm like, yeah, I know the beats of story 1 or of season 1. I know what's gonna like how everything is gonna eventually pan out because it's it's playing very heavily off of The Last Wish. That's just how it's rolling through. So you after reading that, you know what's going to happen. But after like the second episode, I'm like, did I fucking black out while reading this? Did I just not pay attention enough? Because fucking the witch in the hut in the Magic Woods didn't fucking happen. And so I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I was also like, her? When I saw
Yeah,
it too.
it was very confusing. But I can see why they decided to go I can see why they decided to take liberties on what they're doing. What got me hardest was Yennefer and the battle at Sodden Hill.
Which
I
again
remember
never happens in the books. So the Battle of
No,
Sodden Hill
Sodden
has already happened.
Oh yes,
In the
okay, I was
books.
gonna say, it did happen.
You
because-
hear about it,
yes,
but
okay,
you don't
hear
ever.
about it.
There's no telling of the actual battle
Them-
in the books.
Yeah, them throwing those little glass jars with the blue
Yeah,
crystals
that's-
that explode. That
so-
fucking doesn't happen.
So again, I want people to keep the same energy when they talk about things that have been added. Yennefer's backstory in the first season, awesome. The Battle of Sodden, awesome. All cool. None
Yeah.
of that happened in the books.
Yep.
No. And those are points where they took creative liberties, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Because when you start either the second or the third book, isn't Yennefer supposed to be like entombed in some stupid little medallion or something like that?
That is the beginning of the last book.
Oh, yes, because that's after the whole fucking.
Because that's after she leaves Skellige.
Yeah, that's after
and Croc.
Geralt gets his shit beat. His shit pushed in by.
That's after that's at the end of the second book. What you're talking about?
Yeah, that's after Geralt gets his shit pushed in by Vilgefortz, and he's in Brokilon getting healed.
Spoiler.
I'm sorry. These books are from the 90s. If you haven't read these books,
yeah, fuck you, Chris. If you haven't read them,
sorry.
If I haven't read these books, fuck me.
By the way, for anyone listening, we only care about spoiling things for each other. We don't care about spoiling anything for you.
That's right.
No, sorry.
Full disclosure.
So, as a whole, did I enjoy this season? Yes, I enjoyed this season. Anything that has to do with The Witcher right now, I'm all about. I know it might not feel that way, but seeing as how I'm not diving myself, or I'm not plunging myself into the game, but I just physically don't have the time to play the game right now. But an hour
you can barely get your ass on here.
Exactly. An hour episode here, an hour episode there. Those are things that I can do. Listening to the books while I'm at work, those are things that I can do. So, she kept asking me, and why did, Allie kept asking me, why is this happening? And why did they do that? And I'm like, I wish I had an answer for you. I don't know. I don't know where they're going. She asked me several times. There was probably about 2 or 3 times where she asked me a question I was able to answer, oh, because of this. And because of this.
But how many questions could you not answer?
Oh, at least 15 to 20.
Would I be exaggerating in saying that the contents of season 2's overlap with the book is about 10%?
Oh no! Once you pass the second episode,
it's all yeah.
I'd say the second and a half point,
and then the very last 2 scenes of the season.
Yep, everything in there is like ad-libbed. It makes sense. It still fits in a story, but it's ad-libbed. Because, like, I think even at the end of season 1 is when they had the episode that was Geralt fighting that princess who was a demon monster. I can't remember.
Striga.
A Striga, yeah.
That was episode 3, season 1.
Was it episode 3?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was so much later. But
I rewatched it, so
that is literally the first story. So
yes, that was the first. That was the first anything of The Witcher.
Exactly,
was that story.
But with season 1, it gets difficult because they fucking time jump constantly in season 1. The way a series of events fold out in season 1 are just all over the place. And I always tell people that I talk to, like, hey, have you watched The Witcher? Like, it's a really good show. They're like, I don't know anything about The Witcher. I don't know if I should watch it. I said, listen, the first thing I always tell them is, it's going to be hard if you've never read the books, because you're not going to understand the order in which things are going, because they jump from one point in time. They jump from the present to future events that haven't happened yet, but are going to happen.
Yeah, but it all comes together. It all comes together in the last 2 episodes.
It'll all fit and mesh, but for a long time, you're going to feel confused because you don't understand the way time is jumping. But, I mean, overall, it's The Witcher. It's Henry Cavill playing The Witcher. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to consume that media. I'm going to love it because I love it. And I can't thank you enough for turning me on to The Witcher.
I mean, when I recommend stuff to you guys, I generally bat 1,000, because then you guys come back like, oh, I don't recommend shit that sucks.
Yes, it was fantastic. It is, and it has been fantastic, and I'm excited to finish the game. I just need to get to a point where I have the time to sit down and play it. I'm very bummed I didn't get to fulfill my commitment of beating it before New Year's, but I'm excited to continue it. There was a couple of weeks where I wanted to keep playing it, but I needed to get in contact with you to help me because I didn't know where I was picking up in the story. Because at that point, I hadn't played in like 2 months. Because the weekend Ollie was born. The weekend Ollie was born, that was when I fell off. So, and that was in September.
Yeah, you weren't far. I don't even think you had gotten to Vizima yet. Maybe you did.
I don't think so. We were trying to find me new armor.
Oh yeah, you did. Never mind. You had gotten past that part. That's okay.
Yeah, that was the point that we were stuck in, is that you were trying to help me find the new armor that I needed and stuff like that. But all in all, I enjoyed season 2 very much so. And there were subtle, I feel like, very, very subtle hints to, was it Nightmare of the Wolf?
Yes.
I feel like there were very subtle hints, especially when you would have scenes with Vesemir. He alluded a lot to, hey, you should have watched Nightmare of the Wolf. So that way, when I say, I watched all these people die, I watched all these Witchers die, you're like, oh yeah, I remember from Nightmare of the Wolf that.
Very good movie.
Boy, yeah, it's a great movie. I loved watching young Vesemir. And I thought Vesemir was kind of a dick in this season.
Yeah. I did as well.
He's very selfish, self-centered. Everything that he did was for his own gain, or to gain the other Witchers, for the gain of the other Witchers.
Yes, until he realized what he was doing. Well, I thought at first I did not like what he was doing with Ciri being like, "Oh, okay, I'll make a new Witcher, fuck yeah." But then he was like, when she was like, "I want me to be the first person to test it on," and then he was like, "No, fuck this, no, we're not doing it."
Kind of.
That is where I bought back in. I was like, "Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I get where we're going now," because he still was instantly like, "No, you matter more. You're like a real child to me."
I thought that it was impossible for females to become Witchers in the first place anyways, though.
I don't know if it was impossible, but they just didn't do it. Again, that's probably a rewrite that they're gonna do, like...
Something they just didn't hold true to from the books?
Yeah, like again, the fact that everybody just wants Ciri to have their babies, which they're not gonna do probably, until maybe they go to the world in a couple seasons with the elves.
Forgive me if I'm
Which
wrong.
now you could kind of like fly if you want. Chris, his internet died, but his recording is still going, so it's fine. But if you want to go now, if you want to go into like the Vilgefort stuff, go for it. I actually did not like the Tisaya and Vilgefort's thing. I didn't like them having
a relationship,
a thing. Yeah,
yeah. No, that's not how it works.
I didn't like that, and I did not like I didn't like Eskel being killed.
I just didn't like Eskel's story as a whole.
No, I don't know why they didn't just do what they did to Eskel with a random Witcher, or with Cohen, if they were going to do somebody that actually is a character. Because the only Witchers that are actually in the books, other than Geralt, at Kaer Morhen are Vesemir, Eskel, Lambert, and Cohen.
Yeah,
and that's it. It's only
those
four.
You don't hear much from Cohen in the book.
No, you don't. Not at all. And Eskel is like Geralt's best friend.
Yeah.
Witcher. So if they had at least established that they were good friends in more than just a flashback of him giving him some shit.
Scene that was like 5 minutes.
And see, people online are like, Eskel was such a dick. It's not even his character. Like he was being corrupted by the fucking Leshen. That's not who his character was. You got a glimpse of who his character was in the flashback.
Yes.
Which again, I'm glad that they at least showed that they were close and he wasn't just a dick to Geralt, right? They were friends because they were part of the same class, you would say, as Witchers, right?
Yeah,
him, Lambert, and Eskel all came in at the same group of boys.
Yeah.
They were the three that survived the Trial of the Grasses in their group.
What was interesting to me was every time that Dijkstra
loved his casting. Oh, you want me to blow your mind?
I love Dijkstra.
That guy voices Dracula in Castlevania.
No shit.
He does.
Dude's fucking ripped. He could play a white version of live action Master Roshi.
There's also several people in this season that are voices
that are voice actors
in the Witcher 3.
Yeah, I remember you sent that. That was pretty cool. Isn't Tisaya? She's a voice actress for...
Yeah, she's Anna Henrietta, who is the... well, you know who Anna Henrietta is. She's the Duchess of Toussaint.
Oh.
She's the Duchess.
The chick that...
in the last book, when they're in Toussaint. Yeah. Yes.
Her and Yasker have a thing together.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Toussaint. I remember Toussaint.
At this point, if they were going to deviate as much as they did, I really wish they would have called him Dandelion in the show. But that's okay.
I would have preferred for them, because I would love to hear Henry Cavill in his girl voice go, Dandelion.
You just like that because that's the first way you heard it. I don't know
prefer
how.
the
Maybe that's just how they say
Dandelion.
dandelion in England, but
Dandelion.
I don't know how you could mispronounce it in 2 books. It's weird because you can tell the order that they recorded the books. They didn't record them in order. They recorded Blood of Elves and the first book first, not Sword of Destiny, because Sword of Destiny, he says Dandelion, and then as soon as you go to Blood of Elves, he says Dandelion again, and I was like,
Yep. I thought it was interesting when having Dijkstra...
Chris is back. Chris is coming back. I'm inviting him again.
Okay. I thought it was interesting having Dijkstra and that
Philippa?
spy that Dijkstra sent.
Oh, the spy, Dara.
Yeah, Dara. I couldn't remember his name.
I'm
Dara. They were talking to Tawny Owl.
When?
The owl character. Isn't that Tawny Owl?
Oh, that's Philippa. That was Philippa.
Yeah, they said it was
like
Philippa.
the second to last scene. The second to last scene, the owl transformed into Philippa.
Yeah, she had that stupid feathery coat on.
So I may or may not have fallen asleep in the last 10 minutes of this last episode.
Did you see the last scene?
No.
I don't think so. I might have to go back and rewatch it.
Oh.
Well, spoiler for everyone that is reading the books, you need to skip like about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. So in the very last scene, by the way, they spoiled the Emir thing.
Yep.
The very last scene.
Bullshit. They spoil that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Chris or Jake had to bow out for a second.
Take that into account as somebody who is me.
Well, Chris,
Jesus.
Chris, you already knew. Chris, you already knew because you played Witcher 3 like 5 times.
Still,
that Emir is Ciri's father, but
that's a huge
Still.
fucking spoiler.
Yeah. That's like last 20 pages of the last book kind of spoiler.
Yeah.
That Dooney is
Emir, who is
Emir
Ciri's
Var Emrys,
father.
yes. Yeah.
Wow.
You never got to me on that revelation, by the way.
Me?
Even though you watched Emir, who's voiced by the fuck in Witcher 3. But anyway, tell me about your reaction to realizing that Emir is Dooney.
Me?
Yeah, from the books.
I thought it was fucking insane, dude.
Yeah?
I
Blow
did
your
text
mind?
you about it. Yeah, I did text
Maybe
you about
you
it.
did. I don't remember.
I remember texting you about it.
Yeah, did you have to drop everything and be like, oh!
Yeah, it was fucking insane.
Either way, I'd give season 2 probably about an 8. I'm still excited. I'm totally fine with 80% of the things they did, and that's why I give it an 8.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I'm still
Like,
very
I'm
much so
okay with
enjoying
it being
the show.
different. I don't need it to be a copy fucking paste. Like, I like being
Because then
surprised.
You know everything. You know everything's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Exactly. Which is what people fucking want for some reason.
No,
I'm like, but you already have that story.
I think 8
You
is a
have
fair,
the book,
and
you have the game.
judge of it.
Like, why does it need to be the same? Chris, you said 8 as well?
Yeah, 8's fair.
We're all pretty much in agreement then. Okay. Well, we spoiled a little bit, but we didn't really go in depth. But yeah, my biggest thing, and the point, since Emir was in the last episode, I did not let Sarah watch the last 2 episodes.
Good for
before
you.
she finished the book. I was like, you cannot, because she was in the last book. I was like, you do not want to finish this because they spoil the ending of the book immediately.
Good for you.
In the
Proud
end of
you.
season 2. So
Sarah, you'll thank him later for that. Don't let her listen to this episode either.
she already knows. She's already finished it.
Oh, okay.
And she finished the show too. So, all right. Well, Man, that was an episode.
That was a.
Do you guys want to go through what fucking restaurants we want, and then I'll do the outro, and then it'll be over.
Yeah.
Jake, you can't leave early. You can't leave early. I have something for you. But do you want to? All right. So obviously McDonald's.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Burger King.
Sure. God damn it.
Five
You gotta
Guys.
have some shitty ones, right? Five Guys. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Five Guys. Wingstop.
I don't have Wingstop
Wingstop
available.
has fries. Okay. All right.
have
Buffalo
Wingstop
Wild
available?
Wings.
Do I have what?
You sure? It doesn't matter. Buffalo Wild Wings. That's not like a fast food place. We don't need to rate.
No,
their
these
fries.
need to be fast food places.
I don't have a Wingstop.
Chick-fil-A.
Yep. Chick-fil-A. Does Taco Bell still have fries?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think they have them right now.
Okay.
I learned something crazy.
And remember, you're just going
About
to
fries?
ask for fries. Whatever the normal fries are, that's what you get. Yes.
I learned something crazy about fries. That at McDonald's and at Wendy's,
That they're made out of potatoes.
well, listen, and I'll tell you. You know
Okay.
how the boxes have that curved?
Cookout. Do you have Cookout, Jake?
Damn.
Fuck.
You know the
Zaxby's?
McDonald's? I don't have Zaxby's. You know McDonald's and Wendy's have those curved boxes for their large fries? They hold the same.
It's less space.
They hold the same amount as a medium, so you're being charged more to get a large, and even though you literally have the exact same amount as a medium.
Yeah, but they're
You're
taller.
paying for the box.
Yeah, but it's taller. It's because the bottom of the the handle, like the bottom of the box is bowed in to raise the middle of the fries up. It's a thing. They give you the same
Fuck you.
volume of fries, and you just pay $1.35 more for it, for the privilege.
That's never that much more.
So we have
All
McDonald's.
right, we have McDonald's, Wendy's, Popeyes, Burger King, Five Guys, Chick-fil-A.
Do you guys have Cane's?
I do, but it's an hour away.
Same.
Like
Hardee's.
Cane's, and it's like
Hardee's,
Hardee's
Carl's
is the thing,
Jr..
Yeah,
I have.
I guess
Hardee's,
I can
Carl's
hit them
Jr..
up.
Yep, I can do that.
I'll pick a day where I don't have to leave the house, so if I have to shit everywhere,
KFC.
ugh, I guess.
They just have wedges.
Yeah, fuck
They don't have
KFC.
fries. They have potato.
Those are fries.
Fuck
Those are
'em.
fucking fries.
I'm
They
just
have
gonna
fries.
spoiler
No, they
alert,
have fries.
bottom
They're
of the
crunchy. I got them with my sandwich.
Spoiler list. A spoiler alert. They're at the bottom. Fuck wedges.
Yeah, fuck KFC.
You guys don't have Jack in the Box, do you?
Nope.
No.
Damn.
I wish we did.
No, you don't.
I kind of do.
That was the one thing I didn't eat when I was in Arizona. Thank God.
Their tacos, 2 tacos for $1.99 are just fucking bomb, dude.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, I guess.
No, they are. They're good.
God damn it.
I think that's it as far as like
where else?
nationally
Oh, Arby's.
recognized commercial chains.
Arby's,
Arby's.
yeah, they have curly fries. Duh.
Yep, Arby's.
We
Dairy
have the
Queen,
meats.
technically, I think, has fries.
Oh, God. You guys want to do that?
I don't want to subjugate myself to that kind of torture.
You don't know that it's bad.
Oh, I do know. it's
Subway
bad.
have fries?
I don't think so.
No.
No, Subway
think
eat
so.
fresh. Are they going to serve fries?
Jersey
Dude,
Mike's.
if they don't even have fun. Their bread's not fucking real, and you're going to talk to me about eat fucking fresh?
I know it's pretty It's like basically cake.
Subway could suck my nuts. Subway sucks.
Subway has that smell. Like, you walk in and you know you're at a
Yeah.
Subway.
You leave and you smell like Subway
Like-
for like a week.
Yeah, you're like,
You can walk by somebody 3 days later and be like,
that chemical smell
Oh my
isn't good. Like,
God.
that
Smells smelly.
yeah, it gives you
Subway.
cancer.
Jesus. Ripped all those Subway workers.
Rip Jared.
Oh,
and
man.
then should we do a control
Even though he's a
of,
pedophile.
like, Ore-Ida fries cooked at home?
No, we don't even need to do a control. We didn't do a control for chicken sandwiches.
We didn't.
No, you're right. You're right.
The control is whether I fucking like it or
We
not.
eating french fries.
That's the control. Yeah, we eating french fries. Come on. You need a control for the things that you've had millions of times in your life? God damn, I'm trying to think. I feel like we're missing something, and I'm sure someone listening is like, "You fucking idiot! This."
Who's?
McDonald's,
writing
Burger
this shit
King,
down?
Wendy's, Arby's.
Yeah, I have it down. Yeah, I'm writing it
So
down.
what do we have right now?
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Arby's, Carl's
Five
Jr.
Guys,
/ Hardee's,
Hardee's.
Five Guys.
I wish I had a Sonic
Let me
nearby.
look.
The nearest Sonic's like 30 minutes.
Sonic.
I could go. I could.
You don't have one?
No, I could. I'd have to go to Waynesboro, but I guess I could.
Well, that's not fast. Okay, Sonic
it's only
is
45 minutes from your house, Chris.
Oh, what? It's not 45, Chris. Shut up.
Yes, it is. It literally is.
It's 30 at the most.
Please.
Bitch, I lived there.
Bitch, I do live here.
Okay. Oh, it's not like the fucking continent has split and it's moving away.
You're remembering it.
How many
wrong.
places is that?
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10.
That's 10. That's a top 10. That's good.
That works.
All right, let me just make sure we're not overlooking anything.
Okay. There are other ones I wish I could go to because I love Zaxby's fries.
I might get Allie in on this one.
Do it.
That's fine.
Like,
I don't care.
She's a fry aficionado.
Bojangles?
I do have a
I don't have a
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Okay.
I do have one.
Bojangles does not exist on this
I
island.
really wish he had a cookout because we could do that.
I really wish I had a cookout,
Cookout
too. I love
sucks.
cookout.
Sonic
Well, my
Rallies.
local cookout kind of sucks. I don't have a Rallies.
Rallies is not. That's not.
I
That's
don't have
not.
rallies.
Yeah, no, we're not doing rallies.
I can
Fucking
get
Rallies.
Rallies fries from Target.
We're not doing
Frozen
rallies.
section.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything at all more than everything we've already put on here. I'm already 15 miles out from my house. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we got it all.
Does 7-Eleven have fries?
7-Eleven. Shut up. We're not doing 7-Eleven.
We can get taquitos from 7-Eleven.
It'd be cool if we could go to like our local elementary school.
Say
and get some
Whataburger?
fries.
I wish I had Whataburger around.
Yeah.
I love
Sorry.
Whataburger fries. Oh my god.
I used to think it was...
Oh,
people were
It's
saying
what, a
water burger.
it's a Whataburger.
It's what a burger.
I know.
What a burger? Their onion ring.
But I used to hear water
Dipped in
burger.
they have spicy ketchup, dude. I think it's just a spicy ketchup from Whataburger. That
Yeah, we've
makes
got everything.
taste
If
good.
Taco Bell doesn't have any fries, then then
we can look because
if anybody
it's
sees,
seasonal.
if anybody, all right, so yeah, it's seasonal. If they do have them, get them.
Okay.
But that's it. I'll forward you guys the thing.
Sounds good.
But one more thing, real quick, right before we end here.
I gotta pee.
I know you gotta pee. I gotta pee too. Shut the hell up. So, all right, I need to share my screen real quick. I'll show you guys something. All right, I should be sharing it now. Jake, can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay.
Okay, all right, are you looking at the screen?
Yes.
Do you see what's on the screen?
It is PIR.
Yes. So,
Real
what
quick,
you're looking
real
at
quick,
right
real
here.
quick. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections in underneath the shade. That's where I sat when I won my free tickets and pit passes.
Sweet. So speaking of that, do you see where this angle is from?
Yes, this is right behind the start finish line. Almost.
Yeah. So we're going to this race, and I bought these tickets.
We're going? You already bought the tickets?
Yeah. Look at your phone.
Matt, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I knew about this, by the way, Jake, before you.
Are you fucking kidding me, Matt?
No, you can actually see our seats. They're like 3 rows down. That red and blue on the end. On the left, right behind the start finish line.
Oh my god.
19 rows up.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, so Sarah and I have already bought our plane tickets as well, and an Airbnb for March the 9th all the way through the 13th, or the 14th.
Oh my god, okay. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Surprise.
So yeah, so this is the closest I could get right here. So
Hey,
these are our seats right here. So
Okay. I'm so excited.
And I don't know if Allison is there right now. But anyway, so we're going to be at the race, and they're going to drop us off, and then Sarah's going to take Allison, if you guys can drop the kids off or at like your mom's house, and they're going to go do like a spa day or something, and they're going to come pick us up when we're done, so we can both get drunk.
Okay.
So this is for your birthday. So happy birthday in 2 months. Now what I would like for my birthday is pit passes, because they're only $80 a piece.
I can do that. It's you, me, and Chris,
and
right?
then we'll have what?
Who is it?
It's me and you.
Okay, so I need 2 pit passes.
Just 2 pit passes. Yes, Sarah and Allison will drop us off, and so that we can both get fucked up, and we don't have to worry about parking.
Okay.
And you guys don't have to we don't have to sleep at your house, because we've already got an Airbnb for that whole week. So.
Okay. Can I get Allison real quick?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
I'm gonna mute myself for just a few minutes.
Wait, why? Yeah, it's on Zoom. Well, let her know what everything. You can tell her everything else. All right. Well, also, if you can get something scheduled, so I sent you a picture of something that I would like to have tattooed onto both of our bodies. If you can find a place that can do that as well, something that we could share that way. So yeah. So yeah, if you can get, either way, we'll be there. But if you can get the pit passes, that'd be badass. So, sorry to hijack the show there, but yeah, let her know. We'll be there. So if you guys can just arrange to have, I'm sure your mom wouldn't mind watching the kids right that day, and her and Sarah can go fuck off and do whatever they want to do in Phoenix. Or wherever that is, and then pick us up when the race is over. So yep. And we've got some other shit planned, like going out and ATVing and shit out in the desert. So yeah, we'll be there in 2 months. Yeah, from today, 2 months we'll be there. We've been there yesterday, 2 months from now. It sure has. It's almost 3 hours long, so I can't wait to edit it here in 5 minutes. All right, well, why don't you you send us out and it'll be done.
Well, that has been the Nerdy as Hell podcast. Thank you so much for listening to us. Please remember to, comment, review, rate us on Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We are going to introduce our new email that you are able to directly message us if you have questions or comments or anything you'd like to throw at us. I don't have the email. Go ahead.
I got it right here. So it's a Gmail. It's capital N, nerdy as hell. Hell and pod. Nerdy as hell pod. The N in nerdy is capitalized. The H in L, hell, is capitalized. And pod, the P is capitalized. So nerdyashellpod@gmail.com. Send us comments. Send us questions. Send us anything. Feedback,
literally
whatever.
Anything.
Send us straight. We will read it. Yep, we will. We're gonna have an email segment. So if you want to send us something, send it to nerdyashellpod@gmail, and we will read it. If it's a question, we'll answer it. If it's anything, as long as it's not like unquestionably vulgar, or there's racial slurs or anything in that. If that's it, then unfortunately it'll be getting deleted, and you'll be getting blocked.
Rightfully so.
Yes, but all right, send us out. We're good. Yeah, follow the Twitch and the YouTube and all that stuff. Chris and I will start streaming Halo soon.
You got anything you want to drop to the lovelies before we leave?
Yeah, Chris.
Me, I don't have anything to say.
Like them balls.
Nope. I don't have anything to say to you.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks again for listening to us, and always remember to stay unapologetically nerdy. Later, guys.